I guess, you know. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Gentlemen, welcome to my underground podcasting lair.
You know, I've been thinking about doing something with this room.
Yeah, you know, because it hasn't,
sucks right now?
It hasn't really functioned as a podcast room in a long time. You can turn this into a pretty decent sex dungeon. If this whole podcasting thing doesn't work out for us.
That big mattress on the wall, you just drop that in the ground.
Perfect.
And you do whatever on it.
Yeah.
But it's not much of a studio.
No, I think it makes a way better orgasm torture dungeon,
Right.
than it ever did a podcast studio.
Orgasm torture dungeon?
Yeah, orgasm torture.
Yeah, a torchgasm.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
it's a thing. It's never mind. Hey, everybody,
Hey.
What up?
how's it going?
We're back for the first time since, September, you said?
September. We are 7 months out. I'm just making this part of the same season because we did like 5 episodes last
Fuck
season.
it.
The seasons are what we decide they are.
Fuck it. Let's just keep going with this until like December and then
None of this was ever for you guys, anyways.
let's pretend that we're going to do another best of at the end of this year and then not do that too.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
That's great.
They too much work.
But welcome. We're back.
Welcome, everybody. We are back.
There's been a lot of stuff that's happened in these past 7 months.
Yeah, you don't say.
Let's see.
Today was a big day.
Was it?
Yeah. The last president got arrested. That was kind of wild.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not going to mean anything,
No.
but it was still kind of cool.
Was it? Yeah.
In a sane country, the CIA would have disappeared him by now.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I mean,
we don't live in a sane country, so
yeah.
I don't know, that happened.
Yeah. Chris Chan's out of jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
In a group home? No.
home.
Supposedly, I mean, it's been hush-hush, but word around the rumor mill is that...
Yeah. Word around the extremely obsessive bunch of nerds.
Listen, I don't know why, but it is pretty fascinating.
Yeah. I know that you don't know why.
I don't know why. It's genuinely fascinating.
I went fishing with you last year, and we were just sitting by the water, and
Yeah.
you're going, and listen, no, I'm straight. No slanderous troll.
And no slanderous trolls. I like to do the like Obama impression of the Christian lines.
Yeah.
I mean, there really is. I think it's a combination of, number one, there's no one else on earth quite like Chris Chan.
No, there really isn't.
And
When Mr. Rogers said you're special, he was really talking about Chris. Chris is like
Christian is the specialist person.
he is the most unique person.
the bear told him.
The bear. God, call me by the name that has been given to me by God and the bear.
And the bear.
That's okay to be different. We all have our accidents. Sometimes we poop ourselves, and then we end up with dirty pants.
I want to see the video deep fake of that. I want to see the
Obama.
audio and video together.
Yeah.
I want to see Obama read lines as
It's
Christian.
Christian.
Barakachu.
Well, not that long ago, I had a near accident where I almost pooped myself in public.
But I think the other thing is, like,
Sorry,
I love it.
I think the other thing is it's so very rare to find someone in like the scope of the internet that behaves this way at the internet. Like someone who just doesn't understand.
Doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Like genuinely does not get it.
Who just doesn't understand. You can log off. You can
stop.
You can go
stop.
by a different
Yeah.
name. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to.
Yeah, but if you think you're Jesus, maybe you can't.
Well, yeah, but he didn't always think he was Jesus.
No, that was only after jail that happened.
Yeah, right. That was a jail development.
That was a
wasn't
jail.
Yeah, that was like a dimensional merge, whatever.
CPU Goddess Blueheart, Christine Weston Chandler. Christopher Christian Ricardo Weston Chandler.
Ricardo?
Jesus Christ, that's his Spanish name.
Yeah, I like Ricardo in there too.
Oh, right. Yeah.
There's a little bit
Ricardo
of
Weston
flavor in that
Chandler.
one.
Sada Chu, your CPU Goddess Blueheart.
Right.
Yeah.
Truly the hero we
It's
deserve.
fucking weird. I don't know why. It's like it's in.
You're obsessed.
I am genuinely.
You might be broken.
I'm genuinely fucking broken.
I've sort of ever since the prison, I've kind of moved on to low tier God.
Oh yeah, LTG,
and that has been my. I'm saying he got unbanned from Twitch for probably the 6th or 7th time recently. There's a pool going on now. I know about how long it's going to take him to get banned again.
Yeah, right. It can't be long.
It's never going to be long. He's not going to be able to stop himself from saying a slur.
These people are creatures of habit. Like they think that this is the thing that makes them famous, and on some level, they're right.
Yeah.
Like you got to keep being that.
Well,
sure.
Well, yeah, but like that's the thing. He thinks he's famous because he's really good at fighting games, and he's like an FGC legend.
Right.
What he is an FGC laughingstock.
Yeah, right.
No one respects him, and no one. Yeah. But he's on record saying that he believes he could be in DC and Marvel movies. That he's better looking than Michael B. Jordan.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sure.
Real delusional shit like this.
There is really nothing more delightful on the internet than someone who has no idea.
A good
what their
lolcow.
actual. Yeah, right. They just don't know where they really sit.
What a fucking weird subsect of pop culture.
Yeah,
It really is.
It's
The
just
lolcow.
the lolcow. That's like a recent last 15 years kind of thing.
I would say we've always kind of had it. People who don't have self-awareness and just make a spectacle of themselves.
Yeah, Winnebago Man.
Because they try to.
Oh yeah, Winnebago Man. That's like the first
Yeah,
viral.
it's like America's
thing.
Funniest Home Videos, but dark.
Yeah.
Will you do me a kindness? Will you do me a kindness?
Don't slam the fucking door. No more.
What a weird thing.
Accoutrements. What the fuck am I talking about?
They made a documentary about the guy. They found
Yeah.
They found him in the middle of the fucking woods, and his life is just good.
Yeah.
He's just like, I
Good
don't
for
know.
him.
I don't do stuff like that anymore.
Yeah.
Like I got retired.
Yeah.
I live among the trees.
Good for him.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, as usual, we're fucked. Obviously.
We are. I'm unfucked. I'll give you an
Are you?
unfucked. Yeah.
Okay.
I hacked the Taco Bell menu. I have seen
shit.
The Matrix. I have escaped.
Here we go.
I have escaped the plane of mere mortals when it comes to ordering Taco
Good
Bell.
news, everybody.
Yeah.
For if you're tuning back in
For the first time in 7
for
months.
the first time in 7 months,
Still food.
We haven't stopped talking about fast food. We're leading the show with it.
You know-
So much so that we're leading the show
with this.
with this.
Right.
Go on, I'm in. Let's
I'll tell
hear
you.
it.
All right, so here's the deal, right? Every Taco Bell menu item that has a sauce on it, like not the fire sauce, what I called recently the signature sauce.
Yeah.
Right.
You about to say some wild shit that's gonna piss me off.
That orange sauce that they put on the quesadillas.
right. Quesadilla sauce, that's the Chipotle sauce. Right? You got the your cheesy gordita crunch that's got the spicy ranch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Signature sauces.
Oh yeah, the very Mexican tradition of ranch dressing.
The highly traditional practice of putting fucking ranch
dressing on your taco.
You know, just the originals. Here's the deal.
Cabron.
You spend like 30, 40 cents to put more of that or some of that on anything, right?
Yeah.
Or you can just get the cups of the sauce.
Okay.
Bear with me here.
Okay.
You get more sauce, you can put it on fucking anything. This does not seem like it's blowing you guys' minds.
It's not
like it did
because how much does the cup of sauce cost?
mine. 50 cents.
Okay, but that's
But it's like 40 cents for one item to put that shit, and they just do a little fucking dribble little thing, and then they're done.
okay.
whole
How
cup.
big's the cup?
It's like the nacho cup.
Okay, that's not.
That's a lot more sauce.
It's 2 ounces.
It's 2 ounces. I think I hacked the menu here.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you know,
Because that sauce goes a long way.
as long as you think that.
That's cool. I'll bet.
Nobody, I can't believe neither of you care.
I
Can't believe you don't care at all.
just don't know what else I'd put like the chipotle sauce on.
Right.
Everything.
No, you just get the packets of sauce.
No, but that's the fire sauce.
Yeah, the good. That's the good
that's
sauce.
good too. Don't get me wrong. But the signature sauces, that's the star of the show.
Taco Bell.
You guys really don't care about Taco Bell like I do
Taco
at all.
Bell.
I don't know why I decided to tell you this.
Call them the signature sauces. This is just a name that you gave.
I did buy a bottle of the Chipotle sauce when we were at Sparkle last time.
Yeah,
But
they're bad. Every Taco Bell sauce that I've gotten in a bottle from the store is bad.
Yeah, they're not good in the bottle at the store.
Oh yeah, you got to get them from the fucking.
Yeah, you got to get it straight out of the taco's titty.
You got to get them from the fucking
Yeah.
the roach infested line at Taco
Listen, they're
Bell.
good sauces. I feel like you're undervaluing.
I feel like
They make
you're
everything better.
dramatically overvaluing.
Okay, fair point.
Hey, guys, I hacked the menu. I'm spending more.
No, no, I'm not. That's first of all, how dare you? If anyone knows how to save $1, it's this guy. And
Yeah.
second of all,
Old Hebe Dragowski.
oh my god.
Old Shylock Dragowski.
listen, if it's okay, so it's like you get like a cheesy gordita crunch. Extra sauce is like 40 more cents.
Why do you need extra sauce?
Why wouldn't you want more of that delicious signature sauce?
It's not signature.
It's signature sauces.
Signature sauce.
I know I'm the only one calling them this, but that's what they are.
Oh shit! I don't have a pen and a piece
Okay,
of paper.
okay.
Oh,
The gordita sauce is really nice, but I feel like it's got a pretty good amount on there already.
Exactly.
Now, here's what I'm saying.
You're wrong.
It's better with more sauce.
Okay.
Better with more sauce.
I'm sorry, Dave. I think you're preaching to the wrong choir here.
I'm aware that this is now officially just a me thing.
I think you just opened up the mosque outside the Twin Towers that nobody's interested in.
You have to. You have to.
The sauce is the mosque.
You have
Sauce
to.
is mosque.
Yeah, that's my. Remember my family motto: the sauce is the boss, but or rather, without sauce, you're lost.
You know what?
But
I give up on this.
you can also get lost
Wait,
in the sauce,
no.
which is what I fear the danger is here.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to get lost in the sauce,
I
dude.
am happy to get lost in the sauce.
Now, Dave, sit down. We're not done berating you yet. Hold on.
I'm yelling at you.
You got it. No, you volunteered for this.
Okay, fair enough. Here's my deal. I spent a lot of money on sauce the other day.
How much money?
I spent
Oh, Mr. Save a Buck Dragowski
$6 on sauces.
spent $6.
I wanted to sample all the sauces.
And there's 12 signature sauces.
No,
at
there's
Taco
not.
Bell?
There's four. There's
Oh,
three.
well-
There's three really good sauces, and I got 4 of each sauce.
Jesus fucking Christ.
They're
dude.
still in my refrigerator.
Why are they in your fridge?
Because I had a bunch of them, but there's still more for the next time I go to Taco
Yeah,
Bell.
but then you got fucking old fridge sauce that's not even sealed
it'll be
properly.
fine. It'll be fine.
So, are you fucked, Chris?
Do you guys really not see the value of this?
No, really, genuinely, I do not.
It's 5-6 times as much sauce as you would get if you just added it onto a thing.
But we don't want more sauce.
You do really not want more sauce.
Really, I don't.
When's the last time you got a chicken quesadilla?
Never.
Like-
literally never.
Like a few days ago.
Okay, that bitch is dry and you know it.
No, it's not.
It's pretty dry.
Where are you getting your tacos from?
Do I by Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Look at the Austin Town Taco Bell.
Okay, see, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I work up closer to the interstate now, and I get mine off that one on 46.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not dry. I don't think it's dry.
I get my Taco Bell from the Taco Bell in Austin.
Although, to be fair, I do.
I've literally never wanted more.
Unbelievable.
To be fair, I do get steak quesadillas instead of chicken, though.
Okay. That might change things. It might not. I don't know.
But I don't know.
I mean, I'm happy that you're happy. I guess it's the little things in life.
I could see actually the Chipotle sauce being good with nachos.
Oh, I
could-
bet it is.
I mean, I'm not denying that
dip those in
Chipotle
there.
sauce is good. I'm just saying
very
that
good.
it's weird to be
I think
excited.
It's the best thing about the quesadilla is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Is the sauce.
I think there's a harmony between the ingredients
Perhaps.
that I don't know.
That's why they have the packets of the mild and fire and
Right. That's a different sauce.
And the Diablo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the normal, it's taco sauce.
It's what normal people are putting on. I get
It's
it.
what normal people are putting on their.
I'm not going to sell you guys on this.
No, you're.
I mean, it's good to know that exists. I'm sure there's going to come a situation where
Just get the cup of sauce is what I'm saying. That's my takeaway.
Yeah.
If you like the sauce, get a cup of it.
Okay.
all right.
All right.
Someone else's turn. Fuck. You guys, I swear to God, no enthusiasm.
Chris, are you fucked?
I am fucked for reasons I told you pre-podcast.
Oh yeah.
My fucking. Incidentally, if I have to like get up off of this table
Yeah.
and leave, I'm gonna do that because I have kind of like a family thing happening right now. But we're not gonna talk about that
Right.
because this is a funny show.
We're not going to talk about things
Yeah.
like serious family.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about things like my mom maybe, put on a Guy Fawkes mask
Joining ISIS.
My mom was arrested.
for leaving bombs at the New York metro station. We're not going to talk about that.
No,
though.
we're not going to talk about my mom getting hogtied and dragged out of the New York Federal Building with a homemade pipe bomb and a bunch of
And
signs.
a MAGA hat. No, I'm fucking okay. I'm fucked because I'm pretty sure I tore a small thing in my rotator cuff.
Yeah.
And now it hurts, and I can't really get my arm past this point.
That's as high up as you get?
Yeah,
Just about level?
I mean, without struggling, it's
Can't go any higher than that.
no, it's I did take two a leave before I came here. So
You should probably keep doing.
yeah, I
Just keep
figured.
moving your arm up there and see if you can make it better.
Well, here's the thing. This is why we're fucked because we're all getting old, and
And nothing is getting cheaper.
nothing is getting cheaper. And when you hurt yourself like this, like a chronic kind of thing, you just like everybody I've talked to with the same kind of injury, and I know people in my family with the same kind of injury. They're just going to tell you like, all right, well, suck it up, pussy, and fucking, you either shell out the however much in cash to have it surgically repaired, then your insurance company's going to not fix.
Yeah.
Or you just, deal with it. For the rest
Your
of
two options are like spend $15,000 to fix your body or just live in pain.
They're just
forever.
live in pain, right? Yeah.
Those are your actual options.
Isn't this country great?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
See, back in the 90s, we had like OxyContin, and you could just take those, and then when
Just
those
as many
stopped,
as you wanted.
those stopped working, you could just like get more OxyContin. Yeah, right. And they would just keep you,
Yeah, or like
keep you out of pain.
when that stops working, you switch to heroin. And
Yeah,
you
right.
just
Or
kinda do whatever it
when
needs.
when you can't get because OxyContin's dangerous, so you can't give you too much. So you just switch to heroin, and, and then the street value of heroin's too expensive, so you get. I was gonna say formaldehyde.
Let's say, what do people? What's
What's the new one? Fucking not Narcan.
What's the one that's basically crocodile now? That's floating
Yeah,
around?
fucking
the
the
thing
one that
that'll-
they're spiking everything with.
Fentanyl?
Fentanyl. That's
Yeah.
it.
There's something else. It's on top of fentanyl. There's something that just disintegrates your skin now.
Is that true? Here's the thing.
Reptile from
bullshit.
Mortal Kombat?
I know crocodile is like genuinely like fucking really bad for you.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like petroleum shit.
Yeah. But like the fentanyl thing, they're like, oh, if if a microgram gets on one police officer's skin, it can kill
Especially
him
if they're scared.
and
Yeah.
15 elephants in the room.
If you mention the word fentanyl to a cop,
Yeah.
he'll seize and
everybody, the
snap
fucking,
his neck.
the fucking news
Swallow his
reported that
tongue.
like that's true, and everybody who's ever used drugs ever is like, of course that's not true,
Yeah.
because people are injecting it and living.
Yeah, right.
They're not. You can't just get a little bit of it on your skin and then die.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Right. It's way
Yeah.
more.
It's fucking
How the
stupid.
fuck does anyone work with it, transport it
Yes.
without killing like half
Right.
your operation?
It's not white phosphorus. It's fucking. It's drugs.
'Cause-
It's,
yeah.
What are you talking about?
The dudes making and packing and shipping this stuff
Right.
aren't fucking chemical engineers.
No, they're dumbasses.
no, they're dumbasses
they're just-
with
they're
no
just-
shirts on in a kitchen somewhere.
They're just dickholes off the street.
Yeah.
fucking working for a crime boss.
Yeah,
and-
just
and-
dumping powder into a pill press.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they did the same thing with meth, like when it was real big out in the middle. You could literally make meth in a 2-liter in your bathroom,
And have.
And right, and
We used to make real quality meth in this country.
we used to build shit in this country.
What happened to America?
Every town had a lava factory.
It's just like that's where I'm at in my life, and I should be. I'm gonna be 33
Yeah.
tomorrow. I had to think about that.
Wow, you got like 4 more hours.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be. I don't know what age.
That's your Jesus day.
Yeah, 33. That's my Jesus day.
Yeah, right.
From the glass line tanks of Old Latrobe.
Right. It's your Rolling Rock birthday.
Oh, shit.
Fuck yeah.
It's my Rolling Rock birthday.
Woo! I wish I had Rolling
We
Rock.
tender to you this premium birthday
It's
as a
tendered as a
test
tribute to your good taste.
to your fat ass. 33.
33.
But this is I'm just gonna have to live with that now. It's just part of getting old, and it sucks ass, dude.
It is.
Fucking really sucks ass.
It is. I bent over to get something out of the fridge the other day, and I felt all my muscles slide past each other.
Fucking, you know what?
Like rubber bands going boing, ding, ding, ding.
Okay, so like when I was still carrying mail, which is like the worst job ever. Don't do it.
Yeah.
But the advantage of that is like I dropped a bunch of weight. Like I stand up now and my whole body creaks and cracks and makes noises, right?
Yeah.
But like, and it's done that for a while, and I think this is because I'm heavy. Balls. But when I lost all that weight, it just stopped. Everything stopped cracking in my body.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost
weird.
like being fat is really bad.
It's like really strenuous on your body.
Yeah.
I know. Weird.
Yeah.
But we're
It's been
back
so
to
long
this shit.
since I have not been fat. I can't remember.
Nah, dude,
Yeah, seriously.
For real, dude.
Yeah.
Weird.
I think it's probably been 10 plus years since I've been at a normal
It's
weight.
been, yeah. So I guess I'm dealing with that. So fuck it. Ben, why are you fucked? And does it have anything to do with sauce?
Fuck off.
I'm fucked because I honestly think I might be a Fortnite addict now.
You fucking dark sider. You
Yeah.
millennial.
Floss your way right out of here, bitch.
Yeah, you fucking Gen Zer.
I really
Millennial. Yeah, that's what
I can't.
that's what it is.
It's got its faults. It's definitely made to appeal to a crowd, like a generation behind me.
Yeah.
But God damn it, it's enjoyable. It's really enjoyable.
The fact that you and Aubrey have been playing it together so much is really kind of a testament.
We've been playing
to how
together
cool it
like
can be.
every day to get daily quests done and unlock new stuff. And
Yeah.
Shit.
she loves it. She thinks the game is cute. She thinks it's hilarious.
I mean, it's definitely cute and it's definitely funny. I don't know, man. I haven't played it since it like launched, so
it's a way different game now. There's all sorts of. They have the Unreal Creator mode now, and people. There's all sorts of creator modes out there for just good old fashioned team death matches.
Yeah.
Anything to help you practice for the main game. There's racing. There's building. Death runs, obstacle courses.
Yeah.
There's mystery games. Like I played one where like one player everyone else is like civilians. One player is picked to be the sheriff, and one player is picked to be the murderer.
Oh, and it's okay. It's mafia.
yeah.
Yeah, the sheriff has a gun. The
werewolf.
murderer has a melee weapon, and if you don't have those things selected, you don't know. Like those things are just invisible when
Right.
they're not equipped. So basically, the killer has to kill without being detected and without getting caught by the sheriff. If the sheriff gets killed, someone else can pick up the gun and become the new sheriff.
Okay. I like that.
It's an interesting and
You like that?
pretty fun mode.
It's a twist on a classic.
What kind of guy are you?
What kind of guy you are?
Yeah, there's just all sorts of stuff to do, and I've honestly been having fun with it. It's something I can put on some music or have something that I'm kind of like half watching on my other monitor while I play.
Yeah.
I've been having fun with it. I have become a little addicted.
Yeah.
But I never have any problem just stopping and going to do something else.
No.
It's
But-
also nice that it's something for you and Aubrey to do together.
It is.
Like, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to start getting into because she has that game Core Keeper, which it's like a top-down pixel like survival base building type thing, and I got it a long time ago, and I haven't played it with her yet. It'd be good to do one night, but no, I'm fucked kind of for that reason, but not really for much else. I wouldn't think.
Wait, you're fucked because you've been playing a lot of Fortnite?
Yeah, because it's tough to put down.
Yeah. I've been trying to get through Last of Us, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck in that. I feel a little fucked because of how
You're bad at this. I told you it's bad.
It's going to get better, but it sucks.
It's going to
right
get
now.
better. It's just bad. The company that they picked to do the port was is insanely famous for fucking up ports.
There's been a lot of that lately. The GTA remastered trilogy
Oh, that was horrible.
was awful.
Yeah.
It was basically just they threw together a bunch of mod packs, not all of which were made by English speaking developers. So you have a bunch of translation errors on the sides and
Right.
shit and weird stuff that doesn't make sense. And
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that whole mission that's all in Farsi. It's going to be great.
But yeah, other than that, no, things are
going great.
really nice.
And they're only getting better.
I've got a new job that I really, really like.
Oh, yeah. We could talk about stuff that happened across the rest of the last 7 months.
Yeah, what
get a
happened?
job.
What happened across the last 7 months?
Yeah, I got a job in a finance department, and I'm liking it a lot. I figured it would be my kind of work.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm pretty good at it, and it keeps my brain stimulated. It keeps my brain focused on something, on some kind of work.
Yeah, right.
And so like before I know it, it's like almost time to go home, and I'm like, oh, I barely feel like I've done anything.
Right. That's pretty good.
Yeah, when you enjoy your
Chris, can you pretend to care for a moment?
No, I'm tired. Been up since fucking 4:30. My cats woke me up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because they're fucking, feed me. Feed me. Fucking asshole.
Oh yeah.
You got Employee of the Month recently.
No, I did, yeah.
Pretty rad.
Hell yeah.
Bullshit
Making $1
deflectors.
million sales and shit.
Yeah,
Look at you go.
whatever.
Fat stacks.
Fat stacks, yo.
Man,
some of those sweet dipping sticks, yo.
I don't think Luke or Leia really meow when they want to get up in the morning, but
Oh, they don't meow. They just sit on my chest and put their ass in my face.
oh yeah, Leia will sit on you, but then eventually she'll also start like licking and then biting your nose and ears.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
just like nibbling on them to like, hey, get up.
Up. Yeah, Kiki will do this. She'll go cross-eyed and like put her fucking cold nose right in your face.
Aw.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
And then Kiki's the muscle and Minnie's the brains. She'll sit by the food bowl and send Kiki to go wake me up in the morning. And she's just sitting there like,
it is kind of nice.
fucking
It's
time.
it's not the shittiest way they could wake you up.
no, there's honestly, there's way you tolerate it because they're really cute.
Yeah.
I can't help it.
I'm sure there are eviler cats who straight up
my
slash
cats
people.
are not.
Oh, yeah.
My cats are not evil.
Yeah.
It's weird because
Fucking
like
stupid.
whenever Leia's hungry and whenever she's ready for food, she'll look at you and she'll give you a pretty straightforward meow. Just meow.
Yeah.
But
Get up,
but then
bitch.
but then Luke, if he's hungry, he'll just he'll stare up at Aubrey.
Yeah.
He'll just stare up, and after a little bit, especially if she says what, if she goes what to him, he'll go. He has the tiniest little baby meow, and it's adorable. It's always when he's about to be fed.
The few times that I watched the cats, Luke hid the entire time.
Oh yeah, he was out the last time I was over.
Yeah.
he was hanging out with us.
He's a big baby.
He is a big baby.
I think he smelled that other pussy on me though. 'Cause I got two lady cats in the house.
Yeah.
So he's like,
Old pussy smeller.
this motherfucker smell like pussy.
I mean,
What that smell like?
What that smell like?
I mean, he ain't got a dick, so I don't know what he'd do.
No.
I don't know what he'd do with it if he caught it.
He doesn't have a dick?
No, I don't know if you knew this about Luke, but he got a.
He lost it in a mining accident.
And just to prove it's not all smoke and mirrors. Let's
try that again.
Let's try it again with my penis.
Yeah, he had like this recurring. It was something like a recurring UTI, and it was like it got so bad that they basically had to
Oh, Jesus.
amputate his
Just kill me.
wiener. Yeah,
Jesus.
You know what's not so bad? I mean, I spray like.
Oh, he doesn't. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he'd already been fixed, so it's not like he cares.
He don't care. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd still want my dick even if I didn't have my balls.
Yeah, but you're not a fucking stupid cat.
That's true.
You're a stupid man.
But you get down there with your face and you're like, where'd my dick go?
yeah.
That's gotta still be unsettling.
Well, I have that reaction now because I can't fucking have a big belly.
Yes.
Where'd my dick
Same.
go?
Where'd my dick go? Oh no!
I don't know. It's been missing for like 10 years now. I wonder what the common denominator is there.
My dick didn't disappear, but it is a shadow of my former dick.
Yeah.
My
You know what?
my dick left to get cigarettes and never came back.
The thing is, it's still there. If you just drop weight, it's still
right.
there.
Oh, it's in there.
It's in there.
The phantom dick.
Yeah, it's all still there. It's just
It's just
hiding.
not. It's not the same.
Yeah. Boy, wouldn't it be nice to lose weight, boys?
I think I've been losing a few pounds since I started working. My drinking has been cut down by, like, I would say more than half.
Yeah. I think we've all just kind of replaced booze in large quantities with Delta 8.
It's just not as much fun to drink anymore.
Yeah.
I don't.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm not.
It's
I'm not
way
a
more fun to be
drinker.
high.
It really is. It really is.
You don't wake up feeling like shit. You don't.
See, my problem is I replaced pot smoking with drinking when I got into college.
Yeah.
Huge mistake.
Right.
I should have just stayed the course. Stay the course,
Pick
pal.
a vice and run with it.
Yeah, you pick one vice, you just kind of.
Yeah.
But no,
That's a huge change over the last 7 months for all of us.
Yeah.
I haven't been drinking for.
Yeah, pretty much our entire friends group has been getting in on the whole getting stoned thing, and you know what? Our lives have improved.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if it's as a result or if it's concurrent or if there's a confounding third variable.
I think a lot of it has to do with your mood improving, and it's kind
does.
of hard to deny that.
Your mood does improve.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like I said, all of our jobs are going real good. You just got a raise. You got fucking employee of the month. I got a job that I like.
Shit's going good.
Fucking Dan's making bank.
Yeah.
Dan's, he's there. He's there.
No, we got to have Dan back soon.
We do, yeah. We
Yeah.
gotta
have to do
finish
the next heist.
Whatever the fucking nightmare of an episode was the last time.
Yeah.
That was like discombobulated.
Jeremy Clarkson almost got raped twice.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it. It was just like nonsense.
Yeah.
It was just total
Who
nonsense.
was it who cornered Jeremy Clarkson in a prison cell?
First, it was John Wick, and then it was Frank Abagnale.
Okay, the second time was even funnier though because it's like we had already had this dramatic near rape of Jeremy Clarkson.
Now,
which we
take your shirt off.
It's like, oh, thank God, Frank Abagnale's here to settle things down.
Oh yeah, and he's
Turn around, take your pants off.
and for some reason Jeremy Clarkson's in a suit and an afro, like the pool's closed meme. Tonight I close the pool.
Oh, we have to do that.
So weird.
We have to follow up.
I can't remember if it was on the way to or back from. Oh my God. I went on my honeymoon since the last time we did
you
this.
right? Yeah.
Whoa.
That was at the end of September, beginning of October. I went on my honeymoon since the last episode. We went to Salem, Massachusetts, and it was fucking amazing.
Dude.
Yeah.
I want to go to Boston so fucking bad.
But I can't remember if it was on the way there because we drove. I can't remember if it was on the way there or on the way back. That we listened to the heist episode because Aubrey hadn't heard it before.
Total nonsense.
And she was out of breath laughing at the Jeremy Clarkson in jail thing.
It felt like everything had become safe.
Yeah.
He's in prison or he's in jail, so at least whatever happens, hopefully he can't be abused again.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse can't blow up his car.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to listen to that again and then do the next one. Also, we might owe Dan some cash because I'm pretty sure he's been subscribed to an AI service for 7 months.
Ooh, yeah, that might be it.
Yeah, it's
Fine.
fine.
Whatever. Fuck it.
But anyway, I don't have a game. Sorry about that. But
that's okay.
but when we come back, I'll introduce a topic that I really hope we haven't done before. I don't think we've done this topic.
Even if we
before.
have, we
Topic
don't remember
is
what we
the
talked about.
Dollar McDouble and its
yes.
various
Applications of signature sauces in Taco Bell menu hack.
Why returning the McDouble to $1 will fix the entire economy?
It might.
There is no such thing as a signature Taco Bell sauce.
Do you mean that?
I mean that.
Do you mean what you just said?
I mean exactly what I just said.
Wait, hold on. Do you
I will
mean they
die
don't
on this
call
hill.
it that, or that there is no such thing?
Both. Yes and yes.
I can agree with the former, but not the latter.
Okay.
All right.
Well, anyway, we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
back.
In the
We'll be back.
meantime,
Yeah, we'll be back.
In the meantime, think about what you've done. You know what it is. You know what we're talking about. You sit there and you think about what you've done. And we'll be back to see if you've learned your lesson.
All right. Back in a minute.
I'm Ham.
I'm Slam.
I'm Drog.
Do you like what you're listening to right now?
Do you not know yet?
I encourage you.
To subscribe
Yeah.
to the Three Dude Podcast.
It's right here on the internet. It lives here.
You can find us on Google Podcasts,
iTunes, Stitcher.
Grindr.
Zillow.
Thanks for listening to the Dudecast. We are your dudes.
You pieces of shit.
Man on a wire between two skyscrapers. I don't know.
Man, do you guys like that awesome break we took?
Oh, man.
How fucking great was that break?
Much a cappella.
Yeah.
All of 5 seconds. We took a nice break. We're back. You're back.
Did you see the Dog of Wisdom 2 video?
Yeah, I'm the one who linked it to
Was
you.
it you? Yeah. Yeah. I didn't watch it until
Yeah, we
like
just-
today.
Literally.
We just watched it here because
Yeah,
I
it's
hadn't
pretty
seen it
good.
either.
Yeah.
Dog of Wisdom's back.
There's always I forget what it was I said that what was it, that art can't be because we were watching that thing about Quibi.
Yeah.
That art by committee still it looks and feels like art by committee. It's never gonna pass for the real thing.
Yeah, for real.
But that got me thinking too about like because I've been reading a lot and thinking a lot about AI art and the problems that a lot of artists have with it. Because it's honestly been there. You think it's like, you know, maybe people just don't consider the effect that this is going to have on like independent artists who are working for commission or whatever. No, there are actually like AI douche bros out there who are like, all right, now artists can't overcharge for commission work or you know, like they're rooting for the downfall of human produced art essentially.
Yeah. Because the thing is, if a machine can make it, and I can sell that for $1, but an actual artist has to sell that for 20. If I just swoop in, that's free money.
The issue,
that's free money.
the issue,
Delightfully devilish, David.
the issue, of course, is that every current AI model draws off of existing artwork, to make its thing, and that shouldn't be legal.
Right. So there's like, when you think about it that way, if people just stopped making art, there is like a hard sort of cutoff of diminishing returns.
Right.
Of what happens if we just base all art on existing art.
Well, but more to the point, it's not even just like basing it on art. It's like wholesale taking other people's art and cutting it up, amalgamating it without any credit given.
If the machine is trained on real art and real art stops, what do we end up with? Just like a stagnating sort of
blobby sort of
poopy.
I'm curious as to what that will look like 100 years down the road.
It's not going to be good.
It's not going to be good at all. It's going to be bad. I just want to see it.
I'm fascinated by AI.
It's
big time.
Yeah, it's like my least favorite Steven Spielberg movie, but
this
Haley Joel Osment.
This topic is not about AI, however.
Billie Jean King.
AI starring Billie Jean King. I want you to meet this robot. Hello.
You want to play? She was the one who played tennis, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just realized we hit the wall so fast
fucking
about what we
fast.
know about Billie Jean King.
She was a woman. She played tennis.
Is
she
a
had
woman.
She had a perm.
glasses.
Is a woman.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty.
she's
I'm
still
pretty
alive.
sure she's still alive.
She had glasses and a perm, like
She-
a afro perm.
She faced off against that guy who was kind of a dick about it.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti.
The guy, I think he played the guy in the movie.
He was
Paul
played by
Giamatti.
Steve Carell
He was Steve Carell faced off against
as
Steve
the guy
Carell.
who
No, she faced Steve Carell.
she faced off against
in
Steve
the
Carell.
Thunderdome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't know anything.
I know nothing about Billie
That's
Jean.
so
King.
embarrassing. I thought maybe we had something we
Yeah.
don't.
Well, anyway, this topic is because I was thinking the other day about how anything we see on the internet now is usually something we've taken from social media or someone has linked to us on social media.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, I kind of miss how the internet used to be like this wild frontier where like
Totally.
websites had to spread through word of mouth. You could find like a forum for literally anything.
Yeah.
And I guess today I just wanted to talk about the internet.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
Just in general.
Oh man, let's do it.
You know what? I feel like we always get so specific with these topics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The internet's pretty broad.
I don't know. It's
Like-
pretty broad.
Like what comes next for the internet? Like Facebook's kind of a corpse. Twitter is being run into the ground by Elon Musk.
Yeah.
What's
next?
What's next?
Other than TikTok.
Is social media finally dying? Or
No, I think it's just evolving.
it's taking on.
Yeah, because TikTok's still, despite the best warnings of the U.S. government to uninstall TikTok, please,
Please get rid of it.
The Chinese are spying
They're
on us.
actually watching what you're doing all the
Ah,
time.
fuck it, they're spying on us anyway.
Yeah.
Why do you,
If it's not
if
them,
it's-
it's our government.
If it's not
Right.
going to be with TikTok, it's going to be some other way.
of course. Who cares? Fuck it.
But that does the question of what will become of social media seems to me to have a lot to do with like what is the form that is popular? What is the thing? Like text-based
Right.
posts
Seem to
on
be
a
going
wall.
away.
Yeah, they do seem to be going away.
I was gonna say, the whole phenomenon of social media is not that old.
No, it's not.
When did MySpace come out? I mean, that was really like
It's
the
in our
first.
lifetimes.
Yeah, like 2000, what, 2, 3?
Yeah, 2000.
Before that. But yeah, it almost feels like we're moving towards more purpose-driven social media, like TikTok, where the purpose is
Yeah.
videos and music.
Yeah.
Fucking, what else is there right now?
I think YouTube counts, right? YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
YouTube is
you-
technically a social media platform.
it's still
They're
rolling strong.
trying to move closer and closer to social media.
Yeah.
Like you can give status updates on your account now,
Which is funny because also like the comment threads of YouTube are indecipherable. Like you
Yeah.
have no idea what order they came in. They're
Yeah.
mostly ranked, I guess.
they
So there's something there.
They keep some. I mean, it'll say 3 years ago.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that they keep fucking with the interface.
Yeah, no.
Like every couple of months, YouTube looks different.
Well, it's a Google partnership thing. So
Yeah.
Google sucks at fucking pretty much everything.
Yeah, do you remember Google Buzz?
Yeah, I do.
I had that for I made like 3 posts on it. I actually dug them out of my Google archive not long ago, and it was like, oh, I'm broadcasting my current location to everyone with this app.
I believe I read that Stadia is closing down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Stadia's toast.
Fuck,
Yeah.
what was the chat app that we used to use that Google bought?
Allo.
Allo.
Yeah,
This is a shame. I liked Allo.
I liked how.
it wasn't bad.
Bless you. Crazy. Oh,
I feel like Discord kind of moved
Oh
on
yeah,
that
Discord
niche though.
really took it over. But fucking Allo probably could have done it if it wasn't owned by Google.
Yeah,
Oh god, shut the fuck up! Will you
Oh, yeah,
fucking
I'm-
stop?
I'm fine.
We're trying to talk about Allo.
yeah. So I mean, it's like I don't know. There's all sorts of new and better alternatives popping up to like everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Google has killed like 10 different messaging apps.
Yeah.
Like there's actually, I read an Ars Technica story about it not that long ago, maybe a couple of years ago, about like everything in Google seems destined to die.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember
Pretty
you
much.
talking about that.
Yeah, there was Google Hangouts. I'm pretty sure that's dead now.
What was the
Buzz, Allo. They did. Is it Duo? Google Duo.
Duo,
That's toast now.
I thought Duo was a Samsung thing. Is that
No,
a Google
Duo's
thing?
Google.
yeah.
No, they merged it with Meet
Or maybe it's Messages.
or something.
Oh my God.
No, Meet was a thing too.
No, Meet is a thing because you could still do video calls.
Okay, so Hangouts is now maybe Meet, and then Duo is also Meet.
It's also Meet. It's in the same thing.
Google is where shit goes to like fucking die.
Yeah, I don't think Google's gonna keep. I
Yeah.
think at some point somebody
They're gonna
is
slip.
Somebody is going to slip, and they're going to sell it.
Yeah.
And I think the Bing era will begin.
Yeah.
Being here.
The beginning is upon us.
The rise of Alta Vista 2.0.
But the other thing is like now they're all competing with AI services to try to like basically keep their foothold, right?
Yeah.
So I got a message on Skype the other day, and I was alarmed. It was, hello, I'm your friendly AI assistant via Skype, you know. And if there's anything that you need me to do.
Nothing. There's been nothing that I need you to do for the last 9 years.
So I think I briefly asked it if it could access Sydney, which was that AI alternate persona that the New York Times
Yeah.
journalist unlocked via chatting with the chat GPT via Bing, right?
Right.
And it said, yes, it could. And then I said, that's all. And then it messaged me again the next day, was just like, hey, there's all kinds of things I could do for you. Like I could look up.
I'll suck your dick.
I was like, oh my God.
I'll put a finger in your ass. The only thing Skype was good for was like cyber sex and like,
Yeah.
you know,
Basically all those old messaging services.
yeah, you just like watching people jerk off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, you know,
except if you were
People
if you
you
were,
know.
Yeah,
Which
right.
people you know jerk off.
I mean, people, horny singles near me.
horny. No, that's more. What's the other one? Fucking
Chatterbait.
Well, Chatterbait.
Omegle.
That's it.
Yeah,
Omegle.
Omegle
'Cause that's
now
random.
does what Skype does, but in a browser. What killed Skype was it became too overbloated for its own good. It became too much of a performance hog.
Yes.
No one
Yeah.
wanted to use it for games, and no one wanted to use it for work either.
Yeah, right. I still use it, but not much. I only use it to talk to work people.
Yeah, because I mean, back in the day, you would use. Well, I think Skype functionality now is. Didn't it get integrated into Teams?
Teams has become Skype-like, but they're still separate. There is
okay.
still a separate
But
Skype
equal.
app.
Because we use Teams at work.
Yeah.
Separate.
But
Teams lets you use bots now. You can incorporate bots into your Teams chats.
neat.
Why?
I don't know.
This is like it's a fucking GoldenEye map. You just
Yes.
throw an AI bot in there.
Right? Yeah, right.
whatever.
Team deathmatch in my group chat.
Deathmatch.
There's some cool stuff. Like I asked it to remind me next year, right before April Fool's Day, about an idea I had, which is that we should all wear matching outfits for April Fools and not explain it to anybody. I thought that was kind of funny, and it remembered.
Yeah.
Or it will remember.
Right.
And now it'll remember forever because it's on the internet. It's on
Right.
a line of code somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stored in the brain of this robot.
Yeah.
You know, God, we're going to be so fucked when a solar flare comes along and fries
Wipes
every
everything.
electronic component
we really
on the
are.
planet.
We were close. There was a big one not that long ago, a couple
Yeah.
months ago.
Yeah.
And it all, they were like genuinely worried. Like nobody was like causing a panic, but like,
Quietly.
but like,
nerds are like-
retroactively, everybody was like, "Hey, we had a big solar flare," and people were like actually freaking out about it because of like,
Yeah.
it
Well, they
could
don't want to
have
tell
been
you
worse.
that before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do.
Yeah, there really isn't. I mean, it's just rebuild every piece of infrastructure that we have.
You can cover your house in
Yeah, no
tinfoil.
big deal.
You're not going to stop it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
So the internet.
yeah.
Don Zella just told me recently Lou Links is dead.
What the fuck is
Remember Lou Links?
I don't.
The Life, the Universe, and Everything board. It was part of GameFAQs. It was invite only.
I do remember this.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
I went around looking to see if I could find any evidence of other people talking about it, but I haven't seen much yet. But I'm not a member of Lou Links, so I actually don't have access to it. In a lot of ways, if I remember correctly, it was mostly just I don't know. I mean, it was. I don't want to say it was necessarily 4chan like, but it was kind of in that sphere of like, internet people sharing internet things with internet people.
Yeah, weird. You know, that weird subsect of.
They had a domain. It was
culture.
the end of the inter.net. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, GameFAQs is still around, isn't it?
Yeah, GameFAQs is up.
I imagine it is.
Jesus,
With tutorials
I know, right?
from 20 some years
Dude,
ago.
Newgrounds is still up. Tom Fulp still runs Newgrounds.
They still have Pico Day.
Yeah.
Pico Day?
Pico Day.
Pico.
The
You ever
old
played Pico's
the little redheaded mascot they had. The little he had red hair, green shirt.
You never played Pico's World?
He had he had a gun sometimes.
It's not ringing a bell.
Alien Hominid.
I remember Alien Hominid.
Alien Hominid was fucking good.
Yeah. That's fucking sick.
But Newgrounds now I know is
That was like the place. Newgrounds, E-Bombs World.
All the best animation ended up
Oh,
there.
yeah.
All
right.
of it.
Well, and like a lot of people who are like famous now.
Yeah.
You know,
Like a lot of the Sleepy Cabin guys all got their start
well,
there.
all the Sleepy Cabin guys. Oni, Zach,
was there.
Donkey, Jontron,
David Firth.
Firth,
I know we said the Sleepy Cabin
Ego
guys were
Raptor.
standard.
Ego Raptor. Yeah, like people who have like fucking like $1 million careers now
Yeah.
started on Newgrounds, which is crazy.
Do you remember Stamper's video, Rebecca?
Yeah, you may.
I used to show that to people, and
that's
now
so
I'm
weird.
like, what the fuck did they think of me?
Yeah, I'm going to touch you now.
You may.
You may. Stampers.
I used to show people that and be like, this is funny. And they probably were like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You may.
Like, if I had the self-awareness to look, I could have seen their opinion of me change in real time. But I didn't have that awareness to notice.
What a weird. Well, I guess that was like one of those. It was the worst kept secret.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, I think, like subcultures on the internet that were poorly kept secret. Being one of them.
Yeah.
You
They
know.
maybe YTMND. falls into this
YTMND,
category.
yeah, which is also Kill. So
They did resurrect it.
they brought it back.
yeah, but you can't. It's not
not the same.
It's not the same. You can't build new ones, right?
No, it's just an archive.
It's just an archive.
Yeah. Which is better than nothing, but no,
Right.
you're right. It's dead.
Yeah, the spirit is gone.
Yeah.
It's weird because all those subcultures eventually sort of almost by necessity sort of had to merge into larger
Yeah.
cultures.
Something awful. Another one. You know.
Oh yeah. The what's weird to me too is like, because this is something that I was thinking about
Rotten.com. Rotten.
I spent too much time on that.
I spent way too much time on Rotten.
probably
way too
developmentally
much, right?
disturbed myself.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
Yeah.
The fact that I am like desensitized to.
oh man, and now Live Leak's gone, so that
Yeah.
like last vestige of the internet
That's a
is
shame.
Back on.
What's that?
When did Live Leak die?
like sometime last year.
Yeah,
I
I'd say
think.
recently.
No shit.
But
It's
pretty
It's
recent.
gone. Yeah,
Oh, all the
man,
crazy
damn.
Yeah, you
shit
can't
popped up.
watch people get mutilated
Right.
anymore. What
Yeah.
a shame.
Just World Star.
Yeah.
That's the best we got.
just World Star.
PG-13 World Star.
Yeah, just bloody knuckles and all that jazz.
Bloody Knuckles.
But
I played Bloody Knuckles.
what's super weird about the internet now that like it only just occurred to me fairly recently is like everyone is so comfortable now with showing their face and their real name.
Yeah.
And their and where in the country they live.
Weird.
When we were growing up, you remember, never use your real name on the internet.
Of course.
Never tell anyone your real name or what state
Yeah.
you live in or anything.
Which was like, you know, in hindsight, really good advice.
Yeah, I would
Cite
say
Chris
people,
Chan.
people should still follow that advice.
Yeah.
Just because we're in the age of social media doesn't mean you got to be putting your fucking name and your
Right.
house out there
It
everywhere.
also needs to be a lot harder to find a real person by their real name on the internet.
Yes,
yeah, it
did.
does.
There was a time, I mean, every now and then I'll still like Google my own name. Just to
Yeah.
be like, hey, does my like DUI from 10 years ago show up? Like just out
Yeah.
of curiosity, right?
right.
Oh God, it's been like 15 years.
Yeah, dude. I was going to say, you got to go back further.
But like, yeah, I'll Google and be like, oh yeah, my name exists. And actually, weirdly, they listed my address and also
Yeah, right.
relatives of me. Like you can actually find this
Phone
shit
numbers. Yeah.
even for free before you like pay for like a
Like
whatever.
a detailed search. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that was not possible.
No, it really wasn't.
You know,
It's insane. I don't know what caused us to get away from, well, probably the desire for more personal connection across that medium.
Well,
but
yeah, that was the kind of the whole point of the internet was to connect with people across the world. But like, how much is too much?
it used to be exciting. I
It
mean,
did.
there was a time where
it's still exciting in a lot of ways. The problem is, it's like okay, now we're seeing the fucking damage that it's done to
Yeah.
Everybody.
I want to say it was like earlier than 2010. I can't remember what year it was. There was Time Magazine made the Person of the Year.
You. I remember that.
Remember that? And the cover of the magazine was like a computer screen with a reflective cover, so you could see yourself in it.
Yeah.
And that was
just
it was
like in the Big
largely around
Lebowski.
YouTube. Yeah, right. But it was mostly around YouTube. And the idea was Warhol's dream finally happened and everyone can be famous. And it's for real. It still happens.
For better or worse. And you know what's fucked up is like just what that fame has ended up doing to some people.
Yeah.
People have been doxxed, people have been killed. People have been permanently fucked up because of their 15 minutes of internet fame.
Sure.
Yeah, and they don't always come off the way they think they do. And so they could be posting stuff thinking they're in the right, and the internet turns on them, and all of a sudden they're a fucking internet martyr.
Do you remember that guy? Do you remember when at E3 when Keanu Reeves was giving the presentation for Cyberpunk and he said walking around this virtual world is going to be breathtaking, and someone in the audience shouts, "You're breathtaking," and Keanu points to him and goes, "You're breathtaking."
Oh yeah, it's like I love you.
That guy's name was Peter Sark. He's a video game journalist.
Sark.
And
Sounds familiar.
And he made that breathtaking thing like his whole thing. You would sell merch about it.
Gross.
And it got annoying almost
Immediately.
instantly.
Yeah, of course.
Because he wanted so bad to capitalize on all of that. And I don't know if he's still doing it.
His claim to fame was interrupting a man.
His claim to fame was having Keanu Reeves talk to him in response to something he said that was audible. And people could understand, and it was a neat moment. It was a nice moment, and then he kind of took it and ran with it, tried to merchandise it.
Dude.
Before that, the Numa guy, Gary Bralsma, tried to collab with Ozone, the Romanian band that made the original song, to make a sequel to it called New Numa.
Oh no!
And it was a flash, and it was.
You can tell how bad it is without even seeing it. Right?
See, we grew up on 4chan, so
yeah,
it was a flash in the pan.
Everything is a repost of a repost,
right?
I have no idea what Gary Bralsma is up to these days.
Yeah,
but he's kind of abandoned that whole thing, I think.
Oh, good. Well, that's good.
Yeah, good.
But
don't chase the fucking thing.
You don't chase the thing.
If you get a flash in the pan, that's it.
You either get the thing. You either get the thing. Or you watch people get the thing.
Fucking Rebecca Black, the girl that made Friday, that song Friday.
She's got a real career now.
Yeah, but when that song came out and went viral, she got harassed and got sent death
13.
threats and it's a shitty
It was
song,
everything
but
between
she's
people
13.
wanted to kill her and people wanted to fuck her,
Yeah.
and she was 13.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that episode of the newsroom where like they're trying to fix a problem in the control room, like the board goes dead, and they gotta like fucking patch something together. And Will's just sitting at the desk and he's singing that song to himself.
I didn't remember that.
It's so awesome flavor. It's so fucking funny.
I love the newsroom.
Like it was a great show.
Yeah.
The Sorkin verse.
Aaron Sorkin, just pipe those farts right into my nose, please.
Liberal farts.
Oh, it smells so good. Yeah, we're so righteous. We're so good.
Love it.
I love that show. Fuck it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. Nobody read the rules of the internet.
Yeah. The rules of the internet, they were established. Everyone should have known.
Right.
Yeah, there were at least 34 of them. I can't remember how many.
There's 70.
70 rules of the
70,
internet.
yeah.
Oh, we should one day refamiliarize ourselves.
Don't talk about B. Don't talk about B.
Right.
Right. Of course.
We are anonymous.
So we know when this was written.
Yeah, right.
We're not your personal army.
You are not your person. B is not your personal army. We are Legion. I'm trying to remember some of them. Every win eventually fails.
Man.
Caps lock
Wisdom.
is
Wisdom.
yeah.
Caps lock is cruise control
for
cool.
Yep.
That's good wisdom.
That's a good wisdom.
That's a good wisdom. Fuck. I'm trying to remember. We all know Rule 34.
Sure.
There's one kind of adjacent to Rule 34. I think that
If it's the next one, it's Rule 35. If there isn't, there will be.
There will be. And 36 is...
For those who do not know, I can't imagine anyone listening to this doesn't. Rule 34 is if you can imagine it, if you can name it, there is porn of it.
There is porn of it.
Rule 35, I'm almost certain, was if there isn't,
there will be. And then the Rule 36 was if there hasn't been, it is your duty to make it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't talk about B. Don't talk about B. We're anonymous. We're legion. We don't forgive. We don't forget. Anonymous can be a horrible, senseless, uncaring monster. Monster. 7. Anonymous is still able to deliver.
Yeah,
which is true.
Anonymous
Still true. There are no real rules about posting. There are no real rules about moderation either. Enjoy your ban. We're not your personal army is 10. No matter Rule 11, no matter how much you love debating, keep in mind that no one on the internet debates. Instead, they mock your intelligence as well as your parents. Wow, this is like good internet advice.
This aged like wine.
Yeah.
12. Anything you say can and will be used against you. 13. Anything you say can and will be turned into something else. 14. Don't feed the trolls. 15. The harder you try, the harder you will fail.
And yet people every single day on Twitter consistently
Violate
disobey every one of these rules.
Right.
It should be on the wall somewhere.
It should. 16. If you fail in epic proportions, it may become a winning failure. 17. Everything fails eventually. 18. Everything that can be labeled can be hated. 19. The more you hate it, the stronger it gets. 20. Nothing is to be taken seriously. Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Rule 31, tits or get the fuck out.
Right.
Rule 30, girls don't exist.
Girls don't exist on the internet.
Rule 32, Pixar didn't happen. Rule 33.
Didn't happen.
Is Sharpie and Pooper anywhere on here?
Sharpie and Pooper put shoe on head.
Put shoe on head. I put on my robe and wizard hat. Remember, I'm pretty sure bash.org is still around.
I bet it is.
And I'm pretty sure people are still submitting IRC quotes to it because somehow IRC is also still around.
That's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Wow, I haven't used IRC chat in a decade.
There's still servers. There's still servers all out there. In fact, I believe the official SCP wiki does all of their chatting via IRC rather than Discord.
Oh, that's sick. I like that.
Yeah. I do miss IRC, but there's like nothing. There's no purpose-built server or channel that I'm interested in on there anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's migrated to Discord.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing is it's probably just become more and more and more niche as people gravitate away.
Yeah,
God, there's so many of these.
It's pretty much exclusively for like white hats, maybe black hats, and tech geeks, pretty much.
I wonder how many rules of the internet there are now on that list.
Dude, there's a whole bunch. I mean,
Not like it hasn't always been for tech geeks. Still.
Whoa, here we some highlights here. 62. It has been cracked and pirated. If you can find anything if you look long enough, which is true.
Wow. Yeah.
Everything has a fandom. Everything.
Weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a trivia answer correctly the other day for knowing that the longest English language fan fiction is a Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers.
The emissaries.
Something.
It was something to do with an emissary.
It's like days long, right? Like it takes forever to read it.
It is the longest written work in the English language. That's
ever.
fucking bonkers.
How many pages is it?
I don't know. I shudder to think. I'm sure it's in the 20s, 30s, 40s.
Fuck, man.
I don't know how you paginate.
Yeah,
that.
we've talked about that before on this show.
Yeah.
God, it would probably. God, it's like comparable to a soap opera. Like something that's been on since like 1957 or some shit, like General Hospital.
Something where you literally couldn't go all the way back and try to make sense of it from day one. You just couldn't.
Right.
The Subspace Emissaries World's Conquest.
Yeah.
It is 3
the Subspace Emissary, that's what it was.
million.
Shut the fuck up.
500,000 words long.
Words.
Not pages. Yeah, no.
I don't think a human being could write 3 million
not in a
pages of
lifetime.
anything in a lifetime.
Yeah. But also, I think this is probably a collaborative project, right? Like, it's not just one person. Is it just one person?
I don't know, man. Autism gets pretty powerful.
I was gonna say.
Activate autism.
Autism can be pretty powerful. When a hyperfixation forms, it can form hard.
Yeah. I believe one person could write 3 million words. I'm going to say it.
Sure.
Yeah. One person could do it.
Totally. People, I'm sure schizophrenics have done it, just not in like a cohesive work of fiction. That's the amazing part.
Probably not in an electronic format where you could go, how many words is this? But
Right.
probably in like lots of like notebooks and on toilet paper.
Yeah. Anyone got a word count for this entire wall over here?
So the fan fiction,
the one that starts talking about the Jews and ends talking about the fucking government heat rays that will melt your carburetor.
Yeah, there's a bunch of pins and strings in between, but just, how many words is this?
it's divided. Okay, so no, they're still making it.
Of course they are.
Currently,
Of fucking course they are.
as of last year, October 9th, 2022, 16,777,000 words divided into 1,866 chapters.
16 million?
Yeah.
1,800 chapters.
That's unbelievable. I mean, like the word count of the smallest novel is 50,000, right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We just turned on the TV, me and Aubrey, the other day, and fucking 10 Commandments was on, and we discovered it's over 3 hours in
long.
length.
Yeah,
and we thought that was too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you just reminded me, speaking of over, only in the early internet era could we, I don't want to say we, I'm not involved. Could they convince Oprah to say over 9,000 penises?
Yes.
Yeah.
On national television?
Awesome.
I mean, honestly,
Over 9,000 penises.
we have over 9. Oh my God. It's
Well,
so
it
terrible.
was we have over
9,000 penises,
and they're all
raping children.
Yeah.
The internet got Oprah to say that on TV.
Mm-hmm. The internet also got CNN to say Jimmy Russell's on TV.
Jimmy Russell.
Was that the Discovery Channel gunman?
Yes,
Because I think they said his name is Jimmy Russell's and he's hungry.
he wanted a pizza
And so people started sending Dominoes
to an active crime scene.
to a lockdown building.
Yeah, to a lockdown building where
With an
someone
active
had
shooter.
been murdered.
Actual Domino's people, like delivery people, showed up. And
Yeah.
like the cops were like, "You can't.
You
fucking
can't
go in."
obviously cannot go here.
Those people should have been given fucking raises.
We're now reporting. I watched it.
Jimmy Russell.
just bursts in like this shirt's like ripped off, and he's 30 minutes or less means 30 minutes or less.
He's bloody. He's got pepper spray in his
fucking
eyes.
He's just
McClane.
killed all the terrorists. Yeah, he's John McClane.
This is like a Die Hard with a pizza.
I watched that happen live because I was in the thread when the dude who was like.
I was at GM working on the line, and I was refreshing my fucking
Yeah, because
phone.
he legitimately posted on 4chan. The dude who, and then they're like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
and then disappeared because he was in a fucking shootout with the police. So then they hijacked it, and
It's an actual miracle that site is still around.
It really is.
Hasn't
shouldn't
been,
be.
Hasn't been fucking deleted permanently by the FBI.
all of its ilk and all of its contemporaries gone.
Yeah.
Right.
8chan gone.
Yeah.
Kiwi Farms gone.
Yeah.
4chan is still somehow there.
I don't know how. I guess their profile must just have lowered a bit.
technically speaking, the farms is back up, but it's not on. You got to look for it.
Oh, okay.
Is it like on Tor or something?
Yeah.
Well, it was on Tor. I think it's back on the normal internet. There was a problem with the
indexed again.
It's indexed again, so it's there. You just got to do some looking.
I spent very, very little time on Tor, but I do remember specifically going just to see, hey, is the Silk Road real? Yeah, it is.
Oh no,
And-
it's
and then-
definitely
and then
real.
I was out.
Silk Road is definitely real.
Yeah.
Still real. It keeps getting shut down and.
Back in the day, it seemed like a little bit of a legend, though. Like,
Yeah.
before
Sure.
Ross Ulbright got busted and everything.
Yeah, right.
Like, the mention of the Silk Road seemed sort of amazing.
Yeah.
Like a website you can't get to through your normal browser.
A digital black market.
Digital
essentially.
black market. Well, and the thing
there's always going to be, no matter where you are, no matter what
yeah.
time it is, there's always going to be a black market.
drugs, guns, sex,
Yeah.
There's always going to be things people want to buy that they're not allowed
weapons,
to buy.
like
Straight up hit jobs.
uranium. You can buy all sorts of seriously. You
Yeah.
can buy all sorts of fucking crazy shit on Silk Road.
Yeah.
And from everything I've heard, and I never bought anything. For people who don't know what Silk Road is,
Yeah, let's explain this.
Tor is a browser that lets you access quote unquote hidden websites that aren't indexed on the normal,
the quote unquote dark web.
the dark web.
They're only accessible via the peer-to-peer nature of being on Tor. So when you're accessing a website, you're actually accessing someone's machine.
Yeah,
correct.
Whose address is obscured.
And now I can't remember if it's the dark web that is a step above the deep web, or if it's the other way around.
Dark web is accessible by a browser in traditional means. Deep web is all the data that has either no way to access it traditionally.
So just
browser,
like back end stuff for most websites.
back end stuff, deep sort of databases that don't have like it's all there if you knew how to get to it.
Yeah, and I think the layperson doesn't realize that that's the majority of the deep web.
Yeah,
it's just
data.
the invisible shit that makes stuff work.
Right. Most of which you can never get to.
It's not all like a criminal haven or whatever.
Sure.
Like bank records and shit. Boring ass shit that goes back 50 years, but it's stored in a database that you probably can't get to.
Right.
But it makes up the vast bulk of the internet by volume, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, but debunk some myths. Yeah, the deep web's got kiddie porn forums, obviously.
Sure.
Silk Road, which everything I've read about Silk Road was when
It worked for one.
It worked. 95% of purchases were the people who were on there and selling would deliver, and if they didn't, they would get fucking booted real quick.
Well, it relies on the assumption, and a correct one, that most couriers actually aren't able to do the kind of work required to be like, hey, I want to make sure 100% of these packages do not contain a brick of cocaine.
Yeah.
Well, we could probably do 75. Right. We could probably make sure most stuff doesn't have cocaine.
I can tell you, I used to deliver mail, and I'm telling you, there is no fucking way. They don't give a fuck what's in those packages. They don't care.
Every business that is subject to government regulations, like the government imposes a minimum that you have to do for this, and the other thing.
Sure.
They're going to do the minimum if they do that.
Of course.
Just because the government says, well, you can only have one part in every 10,000 of rat poop in your chocolate pudding, that doesn't mean they're gonna do it.
Right.
That doesn't mean they're gonna check it.
To say nothing of that guy that's been adding rat poop this whole time.
Right.
He just comes in with a pocket full of sprinkles.
The rat poop burglar.
Rat Feces Anderson is an outlier and should not be counted.
They'll never get me. Oh, this big old pocket of shit.
Woo! What was it? Was this old Tumblr?
Call him Rat Feces.
Rat Feces Anderson.
It's because this old Tumblr post that I love to keep coming back to that says believe it or not, it's actually a myth that you eat 8 spiders in your sleep throughout your whole life. Spiders George, who lives in a cave and eats 8,000 a day, is an outlier and should not have been counted.
He's throwing off the averages.
Spiders George.
That's really funny.
That's fucking amazing. I've always doubted that statistic. I just always
there's no factual basis to it whatsoever. There's no reason a spider would walk into the mouth of a larger animal,
right? It would
voluntarily.
be extremely unlikely.
Yeah, really stupid.
Spiders are not stupid.
Yeah.
They're not as stupid as we think.
They don't even really like to be on us or near us. Every time I encounter a spider and I stare that fucker down, he ends up going the other way.
They're campers. They set up their web and they wait for some idiot bug to fly in, and that's how they eat. They don't do any work. That ain't working. That's the way you do it.
That's the way you do it.
Get your insects for nothing and your bugs for free.
You brought up Tumblr not that long ago. Tumblr got nuked too.
Did it really? Is it gone?
No, it's not gone.
No.
They just don't do porn, which is the entire reason to go to Tumblr.
What it was they got bought by Yahoo, that instituted a ban on porn, and then
which killed the platform, right?
It entirely killed the platform, and they tried to backpedal and be like, well, okay, well, artistic nudity is going to be allowed, but we're also instituting this
too late,
this automatic
going to Reddit,
this automatic filter that can
Right, OnlyFans.
Why not just go where the porn lives?
Okay, but
women gotta make a living.
They tried to nuke it too.
Oh yeah, they
They
did.
tried to
didn't
fucking. They actually, I think, shortly after our last podcast, right? Didn't they?
It was not long ago.
It was not that long ago. They
I remember
tried to
they were
fucking.
trying to clean up their rep or something.
Come on.
Come
on.
Where do you fucking think your bread is buttered, bitch?
All it is
Bitch.
all it is government pressure. It's puritanical legislators
Right.
who try to disguise it under the guise of, oh, we're going after child porn. We want to protect the kids. It doesn't do anything to protect the fucking kids.
No.
It never has. It's never been about the fucking
No,
kids.
nobody who's on OnlyFans is like they're pretty serious about.
I would imagine.
Yeah,
Did they like check your fucking license or
Yes,
something?
of course,
Of course they do.
of
Yeah.
course they do.
Because it would be a massive liability.
and
if they didn't.
there's even more checks if you're a performer.
I'm
yeah.
sure. Sure.
You have to provide like 3 forms of ID. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
if you're going to be a performer on there to prove that you are at least 18.
Let's see. Let's see if I can set up my account.
sign
to
up
be
an
a
account right
performer. Oh yeah, I'll sign up a new account.
or so I hear.
Yeah, right. I'll sign up. I'll
Am I
sign
the
up a
only
new
one that's
account.
not on OnlyFans?
No, I'm not.
I'm not on
definitely not. Oh.
Hey, we still got to do your thing where you I'll help you film it. You just bake.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
Why-
And wearing nothing but an apron.
Why would I be on OnlyFans when I have all the anime I could ever want for free? I could get all sorts of animated rubbery titties on there.
Are you aware of how fucking weird the VR market is on Steam? Have we talked about it?
I am aware of it.
Every time I go on there to be like, oh man, I wonder
wish
what's
I
a new,
wasn't.
I wish I knew it was a fun new VR game. Let's see, and it's all just like Nurse Spanker 4000.
My sick.
Attack of the Vampire Pussy.
I'm a 32-year-old and have to go back to high school.
Who? Oh yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay, there's a reason.
Yeah, we got real quiet for no reason.
Yeah, there's a reason that.
Oh
you
no,
know,
we got real quiet for 2 very big reasons.
There's a reason OnlyFans exists. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
and
fuck yeah.
I'm looking at it right now.
Here's the thing. You know, when shit like Backpage
Yeah.
got shut down, right? Because
Yeah.
As if you could ever actually shut Backpage down. Backpage is still up. Trust
yeah,
me.
but it's like it lost a lot of sauce, right? Because
It
it's
did,
harder to
yeah.
find, harder
Yeah.
to use. There's all these spin-offs and
Oh no,
clones.
it's front page of Google.
Is it really?
Of course.
I thought for some reason they kind of nuked it.
No, well they nuked it, but now the domain's out of a country where they don't give a fuck. So
Right. Okay.
I told you this before. I didn't think I told you, but like one of the things I do just to, I guess, see where I'm at financially is
All right.
not that I never do it.
Where's this going?
I like to browse those sites and
Yeah.
just see what's going on in the hooker community.
Hey, what's
Just
the going rate for
what's
some
the
dome?
going rate for some like just to see because they're all like the thing is they're all fake now.
Please,
so,
madam,
sure.
may I have a crumb of pussy?
one crumb of pussy. It's just like no, Backpage is definitely still up. It's
Okay.
just
Well, the thing is, when it got nuked, I remember like the idea was we're going to protect women from this dangerous marketplace. But the reality was, according to everyone who was actually using it, is like, no, this is actually a really good, safe way for us to vet somebody before we show up at their fucking house.
The thing is, sex workers on the internet really take their stuff seriously. They really
course.
care a lot about what they do.
Yeah.
And one thing I've noticed, and this is one of the big things that really did a number on Tumblr, is because Tumblr was a big place for the LGBTQ community, and that, of course, is a very, very sex positive community.
yes.
You know, no one has much compunction in there about, you know, as long as everyone's consenting and an adult,
Sure.
about showing off your body, especially if it's like a trans person who's transitioning and they want to show off their, you know, their surgery or whatever.
yeah.
I think I'd like to see that for free on a Wednesday night.
Right.
Why not?
And so that more, maybe not more than the porn, but alongside the porn, it removed that whole sex positive aspect of interaction that was a huge chunk of Tumblr, and so it lost like 75% of its user base overnight.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
And then the autofilter that Yahoo decided to implement in their infinite wisdom, AOL Yahoo, would auto-filter things like photographs of sand dunes because they look too much like a woman's curves, while also allowing actual nudity through if it wasn't like, a set of genitals or whatever that it wasn't used to seeing.
You know what this reminds me of?
One thing
like
too,
robot penises.
there was also the double standard that they implemented of no bare female chests.
Oh yeah.
So what people started to do,
The nipple is caged.
what people started to do was cut nipples out of photos of men and put them over the breasts of women. So it's not female nipples now, it's male nipples. They're just on naked breasts.
I don't know about this. I'm gonna have to jerk off to this later and make up an opinion.
Let me see.
I don't know.
Listen, I'm just gonna
Can
say
I fap to these male nipples?
I can't fap to this.
I want the government to stop being so weird about sex.
Yeah.
Just let people fuck. Let people look at boobs.
Perfect transition. I was gonna say, you know what it reminds me of? When John Ashcroft was the fucking
Secretary of State.
attorney, wasn't he Attorney General?
Or Attorney General.
Attorney General.
And they
Attorney
covered
General.
Lady Justice with a flag because she had bare titties.
It's like, come on.
David Cross did a thing about this, and I remember him just like talking about like John Ashcroft's inner monologue as he walks around the halls of justice late at night and goes, "Lady Justice, why won't you be my wife?" Dirty titty, dirty cold stone titty, dirty stone titty.
No one can. I think I've said before that Mike Pence is the type of dude who probably checked his daughter's genitals to see if their hymens were still intact.
Yeah, right.
Mike Pence does personal genital inspections.
Yeah. Like it's like just
Like Hitler sitting under the hammock, like
Wait, is that a Hitler thing?
yeah,
Under the hammock?
inspecting his mistress's body.
Okay, because I was thinking of John McAfee. There was a
yeah.
there was the story
Yeah,
was
McAfee did that too.
he would lay under like a hole and she would poop on him through the hole.
I don't think there was any more fitting end for that man than dying in a Spanish prison.
Yeah, for real.
I think anything else, like what, he died in hospice? That's fucking lame.
That's stupid. It's like
He got hit by a car. Boring.
Yeah,
Boring.
it's like Hunter S. Thompson shooting himself and then having his ashes fired out of a cannon at his funeral. Because of course that's how
Sick.
That's how Hunter Thompson would go out.
How do you want to go?
How do I want to go?
Yeah. Not only how do you want to die, how do you want to be memorialized?
I want to be memorialized with a shitload of food.
You know what? I was just talking about this.
I want
today,
everyone
actually.
to have a feast,
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
and I want everyone to get drunk.
no sadness, just party.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
sadness.
Irish wake.
Actually, one of the things I started working on and never finished. I want to have a little Manila envelope with a list of last wishes, a playlist for my wake. You know, like a music playlist for my wake of songs I specifically want. And I'm going to write a letter to everybody in the room who's there.
Oh, that's great. You're gonna make everyone cry.
Yeah, right. And I'm not going to tell anybody what I'm not going to spoil it in case I fucking die on the way home or something. I'm not going to spoil it, but like I'm going to write this letter and I'm just, it's basically going to be like, all right, you get like 10 seconds to be sad and
Yeah.
now we're done with it and let's, fucking move on.
I would love that. I would love to have individual envelopes for everybody and just be like, here is all the shit that you probably already know.
I wanna
but
do
just
it.
here's my experience of you and our relationship in a letter.
That's kind of what I
I'll
want to
miss
do.
ya.
I the people that are closest to me, I kind of want to write everybody something.
Yeah.
But you got to have them open it later, not at the party.
Not at the party.
Everyone's going to cry.
Right.
Do it later.
No, you know what? I was just talking about, it's funny because I literally brought this up again. One of the things I've always wanted to do, and actually this is a Tommy idea. I can't even take credit for it. I want to have enough money saved up that I can pay somebody like a celebrity, right? Like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Right.
I want him to show up halfway through my wake,
Say nothing.
say nothing, sit in the back, and just sit there quietly and watch.
Yeah. I feel like I've heard this before.
And then, like, maybe towards the end of the night, get up, kneel down at the casket, say a prayer, shed a single tear, hold my hand, and, and leave.
Oh, yeah.
I want to.
No, not taking
Nothing.
questions. Goodbye.
I just want everybody to,
I want everyone to
be
go,
like,
how the fuck did he
wait,
know?
did he know Nicolas Cage? Do you know? Like, did Chris know Nick Cage? The fuck? How did
He
they
never
meet?
mentioned
He
it.
never mentioned that.
What a saint that he didn't.
That's how I want to be
name drop
memorialized.
Nick Cage.
I want to go out gaslighting everybody.
Oh yeah, you do.
I absolutely do.
That's very on brand.
I want to go out gaslighting everybody. And, the fuck? How did he?
Yeah.
How did he,
Could it possibly? I don't know.
how did he meet him?
I mean,
Or
I know
is
he was
part
in
of the family?
California a few times. I don't know. Maybe he just bumped into him.
And they hit it off?
Did
Right.
he like save Nick Cage's dog?
right. I want people to have these fucking stories.
Yeah.
That's how I
It's
want
like a
to
big
do
fish kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. How about you?
I don't care. Toss me in a
Fucking
ditch. I
gives
don't
a
care.
shit. I told Trisha, I'm like,
Bury me.
I don't want a fucking ceremony.
Bury me with my gold arm.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we watched this video about Quibi, right?
Yeah.
The rise and fall, really just the fall of
fall,
Quibi.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was a whole show
Wasn't much of a
dedicated
rise.
to a guy whose like wife has. Okay, this woman has
It was a horror anthology.
right,
And
this
it was
is part of it.
The gimmick was it would be like based on local folklore from all 50 states. They ended up making 2 episodes.
You know what? Why don't you tell him? Because I bet you remember it better than me.
Oh, it was just this gold obsessed woman who she loses her arm when it gets crushed by a tree.
Jesus.
And so her husband makes her a fucking gold prosthetic and
Solid gold, baby.
and then
Awesome.
the gold
Love it.
like infects her blood and she's gonna die, but she's like, no,
Okay.
I'm not giving up my gold arm.
Yeah, the doctor's like,
Love
you
it,
have to
love
remove
it,
the arm.
Love it less.
In fact, when I die, bury me with it. And
Yeah.
so he
That happens.
The husband does, and then financial troubles set in, and so he digs up his wife's grave to get her gold arm, and then her ghost haunts him.
Okay.
It's
Imagine you're dying, and they say, "Listen, if you take this stupid fucking gold arm off, you will live." And you go, "No, no, you can't have my arm. I'd rather die."
It's like I was recently watching the Red Letter Media review because it's unintentionally hilarious, but it reminds me of they were reviewing Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
they're talking about all the great bits of comedy in the beginning during the search for the golden tickets.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where this woman's husband has been kidnapped, is being held for ransom, and the detective, completely straight-faced, she goes, "What are their demands? What do they want?" And he says,
They want your Wonka bars.
They want your 5 crates of Wonka bars."
Yeah, right.
And she says,
Oh, yeah.
"Will they give me time to think it over?"
That shit is hilarious.
It's like that, but the show seems to play it entirely straight.
Yeah,
Like, you either give up your gold arm or you're gonna die.
There's no earthly way of knowing what direction we are going.
It's so goofy.
Yeah.
They do play all that early stuff in that movie like very straight. There's more than one sort of like
Oh, yeah.
I am now telling the computer exactly what it can do with a lifetime supply of chocolate.
A plus. Yeah. Hey, what were we talking about? The internet?
Oh, yeah.
We were talking about the internet.
I don't know how we got here.
I don't know.
Well, we brought up lol cows earlier. I feel like that is as old as the internet itself.
Absolutely.
It's older.
Yeah.
There's always been,
Right, I mean-
there's always been the village idiot. There's always been,
Sure.
you know, I think I've told you guys before about,
But now they have a global audience.
Yes.
yeah.
But they're no more self-aware, but they have
Right.
way more eyes on them.
I think I've told you guys before about, what's his name? William McGonagall.
Oh, yeah.
Considered the worst published poet in the
Yes,
English language.
right. You read one of his poems, I think, during our poetry episode.
Oh, you should read another
Something
one.
about the storm. Was there a storm?
It's always about some kind of disaster.
disaster. Yeah.
Always.
When the on down.
Sorry, Aubrey.
Yeah, that's right. Doesn't she hate that song?
Yeah, William Topaz McGonagall.
Yeah.
Topaz. It's a fucking
Topaz.
killer middle name.
It's killer last name,
Yeah.
McGonagall.
The whole name is good.
McGonagall.
Yeah, read us a shitty poem, would you?
Okay. A Christmas Carol.
Awesome.
Oh, he wrote A Christmas Carol, my favorite.
Yeah, right. This is sure to live up
I
to my
didn't know
expectations.
Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol was written by William Topaz McGonagall.
Right. A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens by William Topaz McGonagall.
Here we go. A Tale of the Sea. That last one was intended to be a song.
Okay.
It's just called A Tale of the Sea. A pathetic tale of the sea I will unfold, enough to make one's blood run cold. Concerning 4 fishermen cast adrift in a dory, As I've been told, I'll relate the story. 'Twas on the 8th of April, on the afternoon of that day, that the village of Louisburg was thrown into a wild state of dismay.
Syllables, man.
It goes on like this, basically clinically recounting the events of this tragedy while making sure it rhymes.
You just reminded me of another Willy Wonka joke where he's in the room at the end and he's reading the contract to Grandpa Joe, but the room is all in half.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Oh, so the
hitherto on the etc.
The contract is
the
in
contract.
half.
He's reading it in half. Yeah,
the magnifying lens is like half a magnifying lens.
etc. He's like he like gets halfway through the sentence and he's like blah 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 like because he has half the contract. That's a really good joke.
That's awesome.
It's really funny.
They don't make them like that anymore.
No, they don't.
No.
So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I think lolcows have kind of always just sort of existed. People,
For real.
people who have maybe gone down in history as great asses,
Great asses of history.
great asses of history.
Oh, what's her name? Florence Foster Jenkins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
David Foster Wallace.
Right. Foster Wallace.
What did Florence?
Famous ass.
She was the one who she was wealthy and she had a husband who was a patron of hers, and she sang to parlors all over the place.
Oh, that's right.
They made a movie about
With
her.
Meryl Streep,
With Meryl
right?
Streep,
Yeah.
who had to learn to not sing,
Yeah.
which was actually hard for her
I'm
to do.
sure that's fucking hard.
Was that kind of part of the inspiration for Charles Foster Kane's wife?
I don't know.
In Citizen Kane when she's this shitty opera singer and he's the only one in the stands
Standing
clapping.
up and clapping.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? That's very likely. I didn't think about that.
Is that supposed to be like a Florence Foster Jenkins?
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
very possible.
thing.
I was just gonna find a clip of her singing.
It's bad. It's
bad.
Like he secures all of these shows for her and they all suck.
Yeah. Yeah. She's bad, dude.
I've never actually listened to her.
The 1930s.
The 1930s. People wearing furs,
Hitler.
pearl necklaces.
Ladies showing ankle.
Bootlegging.
Oh, come on, just get to the.
Speakeasies. Man,
It's so good.
this makes Rebecca Black sound like Adele.
I'm gonna find the part where she tries to do the.
Oh,
But I can't.
Yoko Ono.
Jesus.
That's all you need.
Wow.
They've got her on film. I mean, she looks so.
So yeah,
happy.
I guess predating the internet, right?
Oh yeah.
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 This is a lol cow you would pay money to see.
Yeah, but now
Right.
I mean, like it's everywhere, and anybody can be one. J.K. Rowling is one now. That fucking billionaire. You know what? I gotta say,
that notorious turf.
when that thing came out, I was originally on her side, and now she has a
Dude, she just keeps going.
podcast.
Oh yeah, I read about it.
She created a podcast.
I think it was a journalist who created it, but she's like all on board. She's in every episode.
Yeah, defending her. It's called the Witch Trials of
Oh my
Of J.K.
God.
Rowling, yeah.
and I was
Oh, that poor multi-millionaire.
right.
Yeah. You know what? I was on the fence about her too.
I was like, I'm like, okay, I get what she's saying.
Yeah.
And then she doubled down, and then she tripled down,
It
and then she quadrupled down.
She doesn't stop
And now she has a podcast.
about how she was right.
Yeah.
It does not help that a lot of her known associates are people that spout not only like far right talking points, but like actual like National Socialist talking
Yeah.
points.
Say what you will about the tenets of National Socialism, dude.
At least it's an ethos.
Yeah, she. I think. That
Oh yeah, and then when anytime someone points out that her talking points are exactly the same kind that were used by the Third Reich to justify like any of the horrible things they did,
Oops.
she immediately opens up a very expensive libel suit that she knows this other person can't afford to do.
Oh, wow. So she just bullies her way around the system.
Pretty much, because she has a bunch of money. She's throwing it around in civil court in the UK because the libel laws over there are actually
stupid. They're
way
bullshit.
stricter than they need to be.
I feel like there's half a chance we talked about her once before. And I feel like when we did.
I was on the fence.
It was probably in conjunction with Dave Chappelle when
it
that
was,
special
probably,
came out.
yeah.
And now he's doing the same thing of doubling down and not reading the room.
The thing is, if you hand pick some of the things she has said, if I were her, if I was a transphobe and wanted to be a really good one, I would really narrow down to just like the defensible things. Like yes, the experience of being a biological woman is probably a unique thing that cannot be approximated by transition.
How can we reconcile the idea of someone who's biologically male transitioning to a woman in a space where there are women who may not feel comfortable around biological men?
You just
Instead
started the conversation right there.
But
that would have been something you could actually talk about.
Digestible.
But instead of looking for a way to reconcile these things, J.K. Rowling doubles down
and triples down
and goes into far right and Nazi talking points.
Far right.
Yeah, I gotta say, because I was on her side initially, and then
she just kept fucking talking.
She kept talking, and I'm like, ugh.
Because there's something in there that's understandable and defensible. I mean,
sure.
The other thing is she's a woman who has a history of being abused.
Of course.
So that's not just the experience of being a woman. It's a common and painful experience of being a woman.
Sure.
That she just feels reasonably, I think,
Anakin
deserves some kind of consideration.
Anakin Skywalker grew up as a slave. That doesn't mean he's any less evil as Darth Vader.
Correct. That's
you can't use past hardships to justify evil that you're doing in the present.
Right.
That's you don't do that. That's shitty.
Yeah.
And it delegitimizes other actual victims too.
yes,
I think so too.
yeah.
She just kept fucking
She
talking.
just kept talking. Well, that's the thing is, I think that's how so many of these I think that's how lolcows get to be lolcows, is they just keep
doubling down,
talking.
There's a word for that.
Yeah.
The Streisand effect. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
As soon as you become you make people aware of it by
Barbara Streisand's massive mansion on the coast, in an article about it was an environmental piece, I think. She raised a huge stink about it, which drew even more attention to it than it would have had otherwise. It would have just been forgotten about otherwise.
Right. The real lesson here is shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shut up. Go away. Get off the internet.
Maybe that's the real problem with the internet is it's encouraging people to open their big dumb mouths.
Of course.
I think you just hit the crux of this episode.
And it's giving everyone the impression that what they say matters.
Exactly.
As we say, into microphones, in a podcast, we will listen to.
But the difference is we've never said that this is for anybody else but us.
That's true.
This is for us.
This is for us to listen to later.
If we thought this was for someone else.
If somebody else thinks this is funny, then cool.
Yeah,
bonus.
But this is for me when I'm 50.
Yeah,
exactly.
We're not looking for likes or validation or anything.
Exactly.
We're doing this because it's fun.
And if we were, we fucked up.
We have jobs. We work for our money.
Yeah. You're right. The internet, the problem with the internet, back to the rules of the internet. People have forgotten the size of their place in the internet.
Yeah.
And they should just shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
And the issue, I talked about this with you guys not too long ago. Social media has allowed us to quantify popularity.
Yes.
And that's an issue. Likes give you serotonin.
Yeah.
Retweets
You fucking
give you
feel it.
serotonin.
When I quit Facebook,
You feel it.
I felt a withdrawal.
Of course.
And multiple times I tried to log in and then went, nope.
People have started to become addicted to not popularity, I wouldn't say, but to validation.
Yeah.
People need engagement, so that the more engagement you have, the more validated you feel, the more right you feel, and the worse the whole situation gets.
Yes, I agree.
I think notes. I think the internet is the final clinching proof that not everyone deserves equal time on the public forum.
Right.
Yes.
Despite the fact that you have access to it.
There are people who should just shut up. Just stop posting.
In fact, most people should just shut up and
The
stop
vast
posting.
majority of us do not have a novel thought in the world of
Exactly.
No, nothing that we've talked about here is anything that I think would be new to anyone.
Maybe.
But I think, you know, part of why we have conversation is to contextualize and recontextualize all these different things, and,
Okay, but
and to kind of expand our minds.
Yeah, it should be a conversation. It shouldn't be a
Right.
shouting match, which is what it turns into.
Yes.
Speaking of
ratio.
Yeah.
I actually today I was just out of curiosity. I was looking at the sort of like protesters out front of the New York courthouse, right?
Oh, all 12 of them?
Yeah, there wasn't that many.
There were a lot of people on both sides, which made me laugh because they the New York Times showed a little snippet of an interaction between a protester and a counter protester, and at this point, I don't know who's who. Doesn't matter, right? So you got these people.
Which one looked more woke?
There was a MAGA lady, and she was shouting about, have you ever read I can't remember, some book in Islam, I forget. Have you ever read the whatever fucking thing? And this guy over here is going, yeah, it doesn't matter. They're just like shouting nonsense past each other.
Right.
As some fucking tired cop walks back and forth. And I was like, how brain broken do you have to be to think your purpose is to show up at this event that has nothing to do with you,
right,
and shout about things that have nothing to do with it? How bored are you?
Right.
How important do you think you are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it.
That's what it
bled
is.
out. It's bled out of the internet.
There's so much fucking self-importance now.
Yeah, it's
I think that's a direct symptom of the quote unquote disease of the internet.
Yeah.
Is like this, and I feel it too. This fucking entitling sense of like, you know,
I have a job to do.
I have a job, because I know
Yeah.
when I see somebody post something stupid, I'll go, "That's fucking stupid. You're stupid," and then I think to myself, "What? Okay,
I'm not going to change
I'm not
anyone's
going to
mind with
change
this.
anyone's mind. I'm doing the same thing. This
Yeah.
is stupid.
I'm actually
Yeah.
making it worse.
I'm making it worse.
If I just ignore this person, maybe they'll go and have a hot toddy and go to
Right.
bed and forget it.
right.
And I should point out that, like, if you think you can change someone's mind, try having a reasonable conversation
In a real way.
Yeah, but you know, in the same way that there is, like, you know, in the question of, like, you know, should trans people have a right to seek gender affirming care? The answer is clearly yes.
Yeah.
There are certain things that do have a morally right answer or an objectively right answer.
Yeah. And usually it's somewhere in the ballpark of leave me alone and let me live my life.
Exactly.
Right. And but the problem is the medium in which it's being discussed. I think
Yes.
I think it's broken how we communicate with each
Yeah,
other.
I think that's
The newer social media replacements don't help. The algorithm in TikTok rewards the most controversial content. So does Facebook.
Yeah, and
everything.
And it isn't even just politics either. It's, I mean, look at gamers. Look at all the professional.
rise up.
Look at all the streamers who have been caught cheating because they want to look better for their audience.
Yeah.
You know,
stupid.
I still haven't seen Pro Jared's penis.
Oh, you haven't? You want to see
No.
it?
Yeah, sure.
Did you see the edited version where somebody put like a frog over top of it? He's like just holding a frog.
frog.
No, but I mean, it's hilarious. Yeah, you know what? Let's take
Like
a
a
look at Pro Jared's
photorealistic,
penis.
like a photorealistic frog.
Yeah, no, a cartoon one. Someone just
okay.
drew a cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to see his penis, and then I think we need to take a break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. All right, I think we
What-
really hit
I refuse to break
Why don't-
until we've seen Pro Jared's penis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You do that instead.
Wait, hold on. This is so many of these fucking funny.
It's just his own head over his penis.
Oh
That's
God,
pretty good.
and you can see his fucking face too. That's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's really
oh God, it's the ugly long shot of
Yeah.
like I'm holding my phone at dick
Yeah.
level to
Yeah,
make my
it-
dick look huge.
It would be
Well,
one
no,
thing
the
if
thing
it was
is,
just his dick.
The thing is, his dick.
he also does have a nice dick.
He
right?
has a fucking.
Does he have a
huge
decent-
cock.
okay, well,
Oh,
that's-
it's a huge cock.
That's all right.
It's like a,
Just don't show it to any fucking teenagers. Is all.
there it is. Yeah, Pro Jared's got a hog, dude.
Let's see it.
You want to actually see it?
Yeah.
I really don't.
Why are you keeping me waiting?
I
This
don't
is the
care.
Oh, bam.
Thick, weird dickhead.
Yeah, weird dickhead.
Flat, kind of.
Flat.
It's short. He's got a short,
He's got like a thick, long dick, but he's got like a vertically short dickhead.
like a little newsboy cap.
Yeah, like exactly. It's like a floppy newsboy
like
cap.
a little yarmulke.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a mushroom head as much as it looks like the top of a hamburger bun.
right.
It just kind of ends.
You might say it peters out.
Yeah, there you go. Fun Master's back.
Hold on, let me get a picture of Ebony Bridges' tits to.
Yeah, just to get that out of your head.
My goodness.
The problem is these are just lewds, so they're not like.
Yeah, lewds are good.
They're pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, it's fucking.
Hey, you know, it's. Do you subscribe?
We're gonna need a.
No,
Oh.
I definitely don't.
If anyone at DAZN listens to this podcast, I would like to suggest that you get a fight going between Ebony Bridges and Alicia Baumgartner.
Oh fuck yeah!
and then also show us the post-fight
shower session.
the post-fight shower session, the post-fight soaping up.
You guys are laughing.
and
This is going to be boxing in 10 years.
Jello wrestling and
10 years from now, boxing is going to be half nude. It's going to be all the before and after.
No, I get.
They're just going to integrate the whole thing. It'll
As
be
long as
brand
it-
sponsored.
as long as it's not the YouTube people, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to see dad naked.
I kind of do. I'm
curious.
I kind of want to see Ryan McGee get naked.
The thing is, I'm the kind of guy, I just kind of want to see everyone naked. I'm just curious.
I'm kind of cool with everyone naked.
Not in a horny way, but just, all right, what do you got?
All right, let me get out of this. This is
Yeah.
fucking, not that I'm paying to.
Yeah. So, break.
Break. And then recommendations and what we learned.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to remember what my recommendation was. I've forgotten it.
We'll be right back. Bye.
Mr. Mao of the Astropedia.
You realize we could make this happen. Like, we could use an AI voice generator.
To make Barack Obama do Christian Weston Chandler quotes.
And then we can make it part of this show.
I think my favorite Chris Chan thing ever is when Liquid Chris
Liquid Chris.
Liquid Chris he returned from his hiatus to make a video where he's like pretending to be kidnapped by the real Chris.
Yeah.
And they do this scene from the Dark
Joker
Knight.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Tell them your name.
That's such a wild fucking idea.
Christian Chandler. Are you the real Chris Chan? Yes.
Your name is Kunta Kinte.
Anyway.
I have numbers of pairs of dirty crap briefs.
Dirty crap briefs. That's how you know you're a man, right? You have shit in your pants all the time.
I think the implication was he wears male underwear so much that he shits them. That's how
masculine.
That's how masculine he is.
I believe it's that it's not just wearing men's underwear, but yes, they stain over time. Tidy whiteys pick up a little bit of a brown streak.
Chris shits his pants. Like, still, apparently, it just came out. He shits his panties too. Still shitting.
Awesome.
So
I want to see what the lacier ones look like. If it's just falling through the holes.
he wears a panty liner. Don't ask me why I know this.
Why
stuff.
do you know this? Does he really wear a panty liner?
Yes, he
Oh
does.
my god! How do you know? The internet is insane.
Dude,
You picked the right topic.
There's a whole Wikipedia page and literally a 48-hour documentary dedicated to him.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see the April Fool's Gino.
Oh, the April Fool's Gino is brilliant. He's unlisted it now, but it's been re-uploaded. The April Fool's Gino was that he, for episode 74, 75, it quote unquote covered from where he's at in the documentary 2019 to current events today. And the April Fool's joke was that, like, starting about a third or quarter of the way into the thing, he starts morphing the history where Chris starts to become self-aware and is like
unlocks the good ending.
It's the good ending.
Fuck yeah.
It goes to like, Christine stayed away from the internet, got a job, found a lesbian lover.
Everything got
normal. And he even turned the music into like a major key at the end, so it's happy.
awesome.
But
Christine now raises doves, and
Love quest completed.
Is the CFO of a very successful startup operating out of Seattle.
yeah, it's like it was the good ending basically, and I think he's doing that probably purely to keep himself sane because he's rolling into the modern era
We're getting into
where he's gonna have to. I mean, he took a year off
Chris
when that
fucking his
happened.
mom is around the corner.
Is around the corner. He
around
like
the
you
corner.
know, Gino took a year off from making the documentary because he's like, okay, this is like too fucked up even for me.
Yeah.
You know, like we're gonna do. I don't want to. He didn't want to seem like he was capitalizing. He doesn't make any money from that.
Right.
He makes Patreon money, and that he can't monetize or advertise any of those videos because he'll get flagged for bullying.
Gino is a true documentarian.
He is. And I want
Not an internet drama group.
The Terra Nova documentary is going to be dropping this year. He's been working on a documentary about the Terra Nova expedition.
The what now?
The Terra Nova expedition.
I might know what this is if you tell me.
What,
but
1903? These sailors set out to explore Antarctica.
we'll cut that.
With like, you know, the ships
we
of the day.
won't.
No, we won't. It's about these sailors who
in 1903.
yeah, like it's like this expedition where they tried to conquer Mother Nature.
Yeah.
And basically explore.
I'm guessing they didn't make it or didn't do well.
I can't say I know the full ending of the story, but I know it doesn't go very well.
Antarctica is practically unsurvivable.
I'm gonna
exactly.
need to
Right.
I'm gonna need to look that up because you know me, I fucking love 20th century history.
Okay, well, this is a good one. It's going to drop this year, so early rec when it drops.
Good for Gino. Finding
Gino
something
Samuel
else.
3 is he keeps saying is when it's going.
God, you know what I heard recently? I was watching a video. It showed up in my recommended about this film that came out in 2003 called Gods and Generals. It's a Confederacy apologist movie.
It is
that tries to paint it like, oh, slavery wasn't that bad. Black folks love the Confederacy.
It's a good recommendation.
And my 8th grade history teacher showed it in our class because he acted in it.
Yeah,
Johnson?
Yeah,
He acted in that?
yeah, he was in it. He was an extra.
it's full of reenactors. Yeah,
It's full of reenactors. He was in it, and actually
sorry.
he paused it and showed us where he was at.
It's called Gods and Generals?
Gods and Generals.
I have to find him.
Now there is also an incredibly shitty computer game that came out maybe around the same time of the same name.
Yeah, I remember that. I own that game.
Yeah, it was terrible, and like there's probably videos of that too. But what I'm talking about is a film,
right?
And it's supposedly centering around Stonewall Jackson and Robert E. Lee. And like I said, it's a big apologist video. The lost cause myth and all this shit, white man's burden, manifest destiny, all the horrible shit. But what I learned from that video is that we have recordings from the 30s.
Yes.
They're archived in the Library of Congress that are actual firsthand accounts of former slaves describing what it was like to be a slave.
No shit.
And surprise, surprise, it fucking sucked.
Yeah, of course.
It was terrible.
I mean, I'm sure that there were a handful of slaves that got treated better than the other slaves. Doesn't mean it's okay.
He makes that point, and then he says, but they didn't look like this, showing Gods and Generals. It looked like this, showing Samuel L. Jackson's character in Django Unchained.
Yeah. Right. It's all It's the attempt to re-engineer that shit is such obvious bullshit. I don't know how fucking dumb you have to be to believe it.
What's his name was in it? The guy who plays Burrell in The Wire.
Yes, yeah.
He was in this movie
yeah.
as one of the Confederacy loving slaves.
Yeah.
Just a happy
For a white boy, you sure do make some wonderful cornbread. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fuck me.
Yes, massa.
What a bunch of bullshit.
It looks so bad, and it's also apparently very long and very boring.
It is, yeah. Please don't try and make me root for Massa.
On top of all of the other reasons that it's terrible, as a film, it just sucks.
Okay, so this to me speaks to how fucking perennial this thing is. Do you guys remember the sketch with Bob and David where a documentarian made a movie called Better Roots?
Oh, yeah.
I don't. That sounds hilarious.
And he's on an interview show where they're like asking him about his movie, right?
I remember Dave Chappelle doing that like fake blooper reel. For
Ow, God damn it.
Motherfucker.
The idea with Better Roots was that it was a documentary that tells the real story of the helpers who helped America. We don't use the word slave.
The
We call them
helpers.
helpers. And like Bob Odenkirk in this movie plays like a slave owner who's like, like, hey, I got something for you. And he hands the slave this envelope and he opens it up and there's a little extra in your paycheck this time. Do you want to? And then he opens it up. There's like a voucher for a hug. It says a free hug. He says, you want to cash that in? And the guy goes, yeah. And he goes, oh, I'm so glad you said yes.
So weird.
Stupid. But it's perennial. Like, the reimagining slavery is never going to stop.
If you haven't watched it yet, the channel Baseball Doesn't Exist on
it's
YouTube
great.
has a video about mascots.
Oh yeah, Lil Rast.
Lil Rastus.
Lil Rastus.
I couldn't believe
The fuck is Lil
it's like
Rastus?
just when you
No, not little. Lil
L-I-apostrophe-L.
he like a little
Lil
slave boy?
Rastus.
It's one of those. No, not a slave, but well,
It's even worse.
Well,
It's even worse.
It's somehow worse. Just when you think you've heard every awful thing that we did to black people in the history of this country,
Yeah.
you hear about Lil Rastus. I'll put it on after this.
Okay.
It's so good.
Google it yourselves if you're listening.
Yeah, Lil Rastus.
Like not on your work computer or
I don't even
anywhere
want
where
to.
someone
I don't
can
even want
judge
to
you.
spoil it for you because it's so fucked. It's like insanely fucked.
A little.
I remember watching this video with like my jaw was just hanging open, like I couldn't believe it.
Like, how is this real?
Yeah,
Rubbing his head.
Fuck me. No way.
fucking Ty Cobb.
I'm picturing like a little like sort of pygmy slave boy.
You'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see.
All right.
All right, let's.
Anyway, recommendations though. Who's got some recommendations?
I got one. Wait a bit to buy The Last of Us. It's on PC.
Yeah, go buy
Just
it.
wait a bit.
Go buy it secondhand if you still got a PlayStation 3 in the closet. Just-
At that though, even with all the bugs, with the crashes, with the extremely low res textures, I didn't even tell you about.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
like,
no,
you
I
walk
know,
around,
they're
you can't
horrible.
read shit on the walls. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. But it's still a really fun game.
oh, it's great. Yeah.
I mean, I think I'll probably take a break and let them figure this shit out, but it's a really fun game.
Oh, it's great.
And I understand why it's gotten so much love. I mean, it's a great
the
story.
show's great.
Game.
The show's great too.
We watched the first couple episodes. I think maybe the third one. We watched Bill's Town, basically.
Bill, yeah,
Oh,
Bill
boy.
and Frank. Bill is very different in the game.
Yeah.
And the
I see
story is somehow sadder in the game.
Yeah.
Because it's bitter. And I'm not going to ruin anything for you, but it
Yeah.
Bill and Frank in the game are drastically different than Bill and Frank in the show. And I think that was a change for the better for a TV audience.
There's a number of things I've noticed
is-
that are not the same in the show
Yeah.
as the game, and they make better they make a better narrative.
Exactly. They
Right.
they changed the correct things.
And that's what a good adaptation ought to be.
Yeah.
Know the strengths of your medium and play to it.
right.
Yeah. Like case in point, I'm fairly certain early in the game, what is her name that you're partnered up with?
Ellie.
No, Tess.
Tess, right. So I'm fairly certain early in the game she's not a firefly.
Tess is not a firefly.
But in the show, it appears that she might be a firefly. Or did I read that wrong when they arrest her on the street and she says, I'm not a firefly, and I assumed that she was lying?
No, she's not a firefly.
Okay.
I have no idea what that means, but anyway.
Freedom fighters.
Yeah, basically,
fighters.
I couldn't quite tell. They changed little things. Maybe that wasn't one.
It's a post-apocalyptic world where the government is basically divided into city-states of military police.
Sure, but there's like fungus zombies, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. But the Fireflies are people trying to liberate the quarantine zones from the oppressive rule of.
which is where they pack everyone who might be questionable. You know, they deny them their rights. They keep them in these places.
I
Right?
get you.
Work for food vouchers and things like
Dystopian shit.
dystopian shit. Yeah. So the Fireflies are fighting the military.
The man.
Yeah.
the man. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Anyway, fun. Don't buy it. Not yet.
Not yet. Not on
yet.
PC.
Buy it eventually.
Buy it on PlayStation 3 or the remastered version on PlayStation 4 or the other remastered version on PlayStation.
You just
5.
watch that Steam ranking go to
Yeah, right.
overwhelmingly positive, and then it's time.
Yeah, give it time to do a No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
and then,
right. Or
just-
Cyberpunk.
Just a few years.
Yeah,
no
give
big
it time
deal.
to do a Cyberpunk.
They did in good in that game.
They did good. Cyberpunk is pretty great.
Still haven't played the final quest because I don't want it to end.
It's very good. I'm going to go back through and play it again. That game is very good. It's
Yeah.
very, very, very good.
It is good. Someone else's turn.
Oh, here I
Who's
got one for you. I think I brought this up once long ago. But I've been listening to the Beastie Boys a lot again lately, and like one of my favorite groups of all time. Period. Ever. So they did it was like, remember back in the heyday of Best Buy when you could go there and they had the best music section.
Yeah.
And they had like a whole aisle in the music section dedicated to like box sets when CD box sets were a thing. And they had like concert DVDs, and that was a big release thing. So the Beastie Boys, to my knowledge, have only done one live concert DVD. And it's a production they called Awesome. I fucking shot that. And it's basically the end of their tour in 2004, which was like right after the release of their fifth record, To the Five Boroughs, which was, the first Beastie Boys album, License to Ill, came out in what, 87, 86, 87. Really? So their fifth album came out almost 20 years later. They spaced their records pretty far apart, but every fucking time they do an album, it's good.
Yeah.
They're always good. So they did a record post 9/11 called To the Five Boroughs, which was basically like it's typical Beastie Boys shit. It's fucking awesome. They're all great. All the bars are great. Those guys can actually rap.
Yeah.
And they're funny, and the videos are great. But To the Five Boroughs was like their love letter to New York City post 9/11. So the last stop on their tour promoting that record was at Madison Square Garden.
Hell yeah.
As you can imagine. And the crowd is full, like in the crowd, it's full of celebrities, like, because everybody loves the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, they were massive.
They were huge. So they did this like hour and 45-minute show at Madison Square Garden, just them and Mixmaster Mike. And Dougie Fresh is there. I think Biz Marquis in the back too. Like, so they're like, they do this crazy big huge production show, and it's a fucking killer show. But the idea behind this concert DVD is they handed out 1,000 Sony DV mini cams to members of the audience.
Oh, that's cool.
And had them shoot the entire show from different parts of the arena.
That's so cool.
So, and it's things like people in line getting tickets.
Like the whole thing cam footage.
It's hand cam footage of them from different perspectives on the
That's
show.
fucking rules.
My favorite thing about it is it opens with, this is definitely an Adam Yauch joke. It opens with in 1961, the Cuban government was oppressing its people, and the United States it's basically like describing the Bay of Pigs.
Yeah, right.
It starts with 2 paragraphs describing the Bay of Pigs, and then it goes, regardless, in 2004, the Beastie Boys had a concert. It's like really funny.
Regardless.
He just like,
Complete non sequitur.
yeah, it's just a total non sequitur. It's really funny.
That's fucking
Despite
great.
this, the Beastie Boys.
Right. So they do this show, and it's fucking awesome. It's just the whole crowd is like way into, because it's the Beastie Boys in New York City. Of course they are.
Well, yeah.
The crowd is rabid, and there's just people filming from the. I'll see if I can play a song from it.
Yeah.
It's just like they basically gave their fans a chance to shoot their concert DVD, and it is just as cool as you'd think it was.
Where can you find this?
I have a DVD copy if you want to borrow it and rip it to your Plex server.
do.
I'm sure you can find it online somewhere.
Okay.
As we read in the rules of the internet, if you look hard enough, you can
Right.
pirate and torrent whatever you'd like.
It's
So,
almost definitely on Vimeo, if nowhere else, or
Yeah.
Daily Motion.
so I'll play a clip from it so you guys can see what it's like. It's awesome. It's great. Love the Beasties.
Yeah.
Always great.
Sick, dude. That sounds like a great rec.
Yeah.
How about you, bud?
Bid.
How about you, bird?
Bid. Well, Steam Spring Sale and by
Are you ready for a miracle? Ready as I can be. Are you ready for a miracle? Are you ready?
Praise Gaben.
Praise be to Lord Gaben.
Praise Lord Gaben.
So, with sales coming up, I want to recommend buying a game on sale. I don't know. Well, I don't know what the full price is. I know it's not $60. It's probably closer to 30 or 40. But it's a game called Terminator Resistance.
Yeah.
This is a Polish developed game, clearly made by fans of the Terminator franchise.
I looked it up the other night when you mentioned it.
Yeah, I did too.
They have it down. They have the atmosphere down. The story and the lore are kind of in place. It does a really good job of like kind of fleshing out what life is like after Judgment Day and
After the rise of the machine.
Yeah, so when you're playing, it's 30 years post Judgment Day.
Okay.
And you're playing a Resistance soldier, someone with actual combat experience, named with the incredibly generic name of Jacob Rivers, and you are being hunted by what he refers to as an infiltrator, a Terminator, a hunter killer that looks human. This is the first time anyone's seen anything like it.
Oh, okay.
The first of the cybernetic organism, that the Terminator actually is.
Nice.
It can pass as human. And it's a first person shooter. It's got like stealth elements, kind of like a Far Cry type game.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the reason I say pick it up on sale, unless you're like a real big Terminator fan, or you're like me and you have a lot of patience for janky shooters, pick it up on sale. It's definitely worth playing through. There's there are bonus campaigns, and I played it on there's easy, medium, hard, and extreme. I played it on hard, and it wasn't too bad. It's just kind of frustrating in that way that how if you're playing Halo on Legendary or Call of Duty on Veteran, it's a matter of finding that right piece of cover, getting that right popping out and shooting kind of rhythm.
Yeah.
It's definitely strategy. You can't just run and gun your way through it.
Sure. But it's a bit like that, where it's like it's difficult in that you kind of have to find just that right rhythm, just that right place to kind of get the advantage over your enemies. But the score is good. The atmosphere is great.
It does look good. Yeah, it really does.
It looks really good. And there's a real cool big final battle sequence where the Terminator theme is playing. And and you're firing plasma weapons all over the place. It's really cool.
Yeah, that sounds sick.
It's a very interesting and creative game, and
I love Labors of Love.
Again, like I said, it's one of those things you can tell it was made by fans. There's little references to the first two movies in all throughout the game. Nice, because no one really cares about anything
after the first two movies.
Anything after Judgment Day. Yeah, no one really gives a shit about
basically.
But yeah, it's I recommend picking it up on sale. There's going to be some sales coming up.
But that's a different guy.
That's a different guy.
This time of the year.
Wait, so didn't they just have the spring sale? What did they just have? They just had a sale.
They just had some kind of sale.
They had the Gaben shifted and farted in his seat sale.
Right? Yeah.
The we're the kings of the PC gaming distribution market.
Yeah.
We can charge whatever we want. And look, this is 90% off. This is 75% off.
I saw
fucking buy it.
On Facebook. It was a class action lawsuit against Steam for something about unfairly charging its consumers, and every comment under it is "fuck you."
Yeah, fuck you.
Unfairly charging.
What are you talking about?
You only pay full price on Steam if you're if you really have to have that game.
Really,
in the first year.
really want that game. The last time I did that, I think, was for Elden Ring.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. I mean, before The Last of Us, I hadn't paid full price for a game since Cyberpunk.
Right.
My track record is awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
well, that's exactly why you wait till the sale.
Right.
It's it was, what was it? Secret of Monkey Island 2, I think.
Yeah.
The very final screen is Guybrush. It switches to like a static shot of Guybrush in like an inspirational pose, and he says, never pay more than $20 for a computer game.
Well, fuck. I mean, Switch just raised the prices of a bunch of their like upcoming premium games to like $70.
Nintendo is being a real shit right now.
But do you know what? Nintendo can do that because
They can.
number one, Nintendo polish. Number two,
Yeah.
they own their own IPs.
You will not pay a discount for the vast majority of actual Nintendo games. You will pay full price for them, and you will like it.
Yeah.
That's just
And
how
the thing
it
is,
works.
I do like it.
I do
I'm
like it.
gonna buy the new Zelda day one.
yeah. I
Yeah.
still have yet to play the last one.
I still got to play Breath
Breath
of the Wild.
is one of those games that is a work of art.
Yeah.
I mean, all games, all media is art on some level, but it's like I would classify that up with like Shadow of the Colossus or The Last of Us or
Yeah.
Lemmings.
Oh, yes.
I think in retrospect,
Legendarily gorgeous, top tier lemmings.
yeah. I think in retrospect, I'm a lot. I think in retrospect, Wind Waker did a whole hell of a lot to sort of break the mold for Zelda games.
My favorite Zelda game.
And I think every Zelda game from then on has usually tried to innovate in some way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Nintendo in general, they just
yeah.
Mario too. I mean, Mario is like pretty much never stopped innovating since Mario 64.
Yeah, and they try some things. Some things are less of a hit than others, like the Wii U.
Although I will say, Wind Waker HD on the Wii U is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played.
I bet.
It is
yeah?
gorgeous.
I bet.
It is beautiful. I'm fucking like beautiful work of art. Beautiful. It's awesome.
Huh.
Like
I was just thinking about the score for Zelda games too. Specifically, I was thinking about
All of them. They're all good.
the start screen theme from Ocarina of Time, where it it starts with that beautiful subdued, and then
You hear the horse galloping in.
yeah, and it comes in with the flute. Doo, 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 doo.
Yeah.
But then I was also thinking about the intro from Wind Waker, where it's describing the plot of Ocarina of Time,
Yeah.
but in the style of like an ancient legend that
Yes, yeah.
everyone has long since forgotten
this is
about.
but
So
one.
fucking
This
cool.
is
And
one
it's-
of the legends of which the people speak.
and
Yeah.
it's just a single.
Bum, ba, 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 bum, 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 bum.
It's just a single
Yeah.
flute playing against this
And then it
like hand.
It's like a tapestry.
Yeah,
But then it roars when they announce the hero of time.
yeah.
So fucking cool.
And in the years since they've released the official Zelda timeline, where like Ocarina of Time is a flashpoint from which 3 different timelines.
Hyrule
emerge.
Historia. Yeah, we have.
Is that how they?
Yeah,
I
you
didn't know
don't
that.
have the Historia, bro. You got to get the Historia.
Yeah, so
see
Coffee table book. It's like this.
yeah,
It's
so
gigantic.
like the first Legend of Zelda for the NES is not the first chronologically.
No, as evidenced by the fact that the Great Deku Tree is dead in the first Legend of Zelda game.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a dungeon. You can crawl under him, but he's dead. Great Deku Tree in
No shit.
LOZ1 is dead.
Yeah, they fans piece together a mostly accurate picture of what the Zelda timeline should look like, but then Nintendo came out, and the only place that they were wrong is that Ocarina of Time splits it into 3 timelines.
Yeah, the Hero of Time is successful twice.
The Hero of Time is successful as an adult. The Hero of Time succeeds as a child in stopping Ganon before he even does anything.
And the Hero of Time fails.
The Hero of Time is vanquished, is the dark timeline.
Yes, which is where Twilight Princess.
Yeah.
Skyward Sword is like real early, right? Skyward Sword's real early in the timeline.
Skyward Sword is like the first or second game chronologically.
Right.
But yeah, no, so it's been making me want to think about getting back into those again. But
Gosh, when you think about the fact that Nintendo released a Zelda game that was fully like remote, like motion remote
yeah.
activated, that seems fucking nuts now, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Skyward Sword. Twilight Princess, however, insanely underrated.
I never did beat
Twilight
it.
Princess was good.
I'm gonna go back and emulate it, I think.
Yeah, it's good.
Well,
No, what I meant was I'm going to buy it from the eShop Nintendo.
Yeah, right. Of course. Yeah, right. We wouldn't
That's what I meant.
dream of using the Dolphin emulator. I guess it's not Dolphin. It's the Wii.
Dolphin does GameCube and Wii.
Does it really?
Yeah. It actually just came to Steam officially.
I believe it's still the emulator of choice for Nintendo.
It has an official Steam release now.
Nice.
Like standalone from like RetroArch or whatever. Like it has
That's
its own
cool.
standalone Steam release.
Yeah. Not that we would ever use it because
No,
we're
of course
going to
not.
buy from
We're
Nintendo
gonna buy it.
legitimately, of course.
Not that I haven't had Pokemon on my phone for the last 6 years.
You're gonna wear out your wink.
What
doing
wink?
that?
There's
What
no
wink?
winking.
No wink.
There's no winking going on. Anyway, did we learn anything?
Yeah, we learned some things.
Sure, I learned that there is absolutely and positively no signature sauce at Taco Bell.
That's wrong. That's wrong. You're allowed to be wrong.
I think you should consult the people.
It doesn't matter what they call it. It's what it is.
I learned that there is indeed kiddie porn on the dark web, but you know what? I think kids should have. I think there should be porn for kids too.
Get on it, Tumblr.
They're curious. They need. It's sex ed.
Oh no.
No, but
No, for them, not with them.
yeah, not with them. Just like you
like-
know,
like
I don't like
adult models doing kid-friendly porn.
Like Blippy, you know.
Blippy.
Yeah.
Maybe one will be just like Spider-Man, the other
Yeah.
like Elsa, like those weird YouTube videos.
Oh yeah, like the
Paw Patrol Vor, you know.
just a healthy way to explore cannibalizing other people.
You know what I was gonna say earlier, and I forgot I wanted to say it. Name one well-adjusted adult who didn't see a pair of naked tits when they were like,
Of course.
11 or 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably like seeing nudity is normal.
It's a perfectly normal thing for.
It's a coming of age experience.
You are not going to be able to protect your kids from seeing tits their entire lives.
I think I told you guys this. The first pornographic image I remember seeing was like a Hustler magazine in my friend's basement, and it was just a woman sitting ass naked on a basketball. And I stared at it for like 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, right.
I think the first one I ever saw was this woman. It was kind of pornographic. It was like a swimsuit magazine, but the only thing she had on were Band-Aids. Including across the vag. And so
Wait, sideways? Like,
yeah, and they were not completely covering that thing up. I'll tell you that. Of course not.
yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know if I remember the first pair of like non-seeking them out boobs that I, you know.
Yeah, what do you mean, like in
I remember
in
the
print
first-
or in media?
Yeah.
The first time a woman voluntarily showed her breasts to
Yeah.
you.
I remember the first time I saw what squirting was. I was at a sleepover at my buddy's house, and
Oh, okay.
I think it was world
That shit happened all the time.
world famous OG squirting porn star Cytheria.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, she was like the first one that was like big for doing that.
Okay.
She was like at some radio show somewhere. They were filming it on a handycam.
It's like a Howard Stern-esque kind of moment.
Exactly. Yeah. In fact, I found the video like 12 years later. I was like,
jacked
oh,
off-
yeah,
they jacked off
jacked
to it
it again. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
Feels like coming home.
But there's only one place to go. I'm coming home. Oh, I learned your dick is still there. It's just hiding.
Yeah, right. I learned that social media is a mental illness, I think.
Yeah. I learned that Rat Feces Anderson is an outlier.
Brad Feces Anderson. Yeah, he's got like a nice cushy job where he should be keeping rat feces out of your breakfast.
But he's not. He's
But
putting
he's
it
not.
in.
Yeah, and he's got like a
Your breakfast pudding.
stirring a giant pot of oats with a broom.
He's the company rascal.
I learned that Pro Jared has a hog with a head like a hamburger bun.
Yeah.
It's very flat, right? Is it just the angle?
No, it's weird. It's like short. It's like a little.
Yeah, it doesn't look proportional.
Oh, fancy today's newspaper, sir.
Hey, Jared, what's all this
Like
about?
a grain silo.
Yeah.
Like,
What's all this? You fucking rubber horse's wife.
Jared, put me away, mate.
Jared, you're
You're on the
married.
internet.
You're married, Jared. What are you doing?
What are you doing, Jared?
Commander Holly isn't as hot as your wife. What are you doing, mate?
You're about to throw it all away, mate.
I just like morphed from Irish to.
Yeah, I don't know. Irish to Cockney or...
Oh, it's me, Mr. Everest. Bro, Jared, that's a big pecker you got.
God,
I'm gonna suck it right
Suck
now.
your penis, Jared.
For luck on the way up the mountain.
I've climbed all the penises in the Western Hemisphere.
Oh, they say a flat bell end is a bell end well trodden.
Seriously, what did you like walk into a fucking door with it? Why does it look like that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm impressed, I gotta say. Oh, the last thing I learned
it's a
is
nice penis.
shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, I wrote just shut up. I'll circle that.
Yeah.
And the last thing I learned is I got to figure out who fucking Little Rastus is.
Oh yeah, let's find out.
Yep.
Let's look it up.
Put that on.
Anyway, guys, we're back. We're going to try and do this again at some point
Yeah.
in the next 2 weeks.
Let's try to do it before 7 months from now.
Yeah,
Right.
it's probably. I think that's an achievable goal.
I think that seems reasonable, even for three fat, somewhat depressed,
Again,
sometimes
I will.
depressed.
Let me state for the record, I'm up to do this basically whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just say.
We can get back to every week or every other week.
I'm all for it.
Tuesday is now my Friday.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Oh, right.
Tuesdays are golden for me.
Fine with me. Tuesday, I work until 6.
Yeah.
Most days.
Usually, I'm not in Akron on Tuesday.
I can spare a couple hours to come out here and do this. It's fine.
Sick.
Okay.
Anytime.
Well, let's do this in let's say 3 or 4 months when we feel bad.
Perfect.
Right.
Awesome.
Thank you for listening. If you are listening,
Thank
Good
you for
talk.
hosting, Ben.
Good talk,
Appreciate it.
guys.
Good topic.
yeah. All right, guys.
We'll see you next time.
Adios.
Bye.